Welcome everyone to Mondays in Exandria, an adventure in Iman. We're here today. It is a great time to be here. I was gonna say it was a great day, but it really wasn't. So it's great to be here with these wonderful people, ready to do some super awesome fun things. Unfortunately, Shiny Pilot has work stuff and cannot be with us tonight. So one of us, probably me, because I'm not there, will be Jaegering Igor around. And let's go around and let's just say who we are, who we'll be playing. We'll jump right into it. D20 Coup de Grace, how are you this evening?
Yeah, that's me. I'll be playing Holland Flipcloak. He's a hobgoblin wizard, and I foresee a fun game tonight.
Wonderful. That divination hard at work. What about you, Nuggetosaurus? How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, it's Monday. Last time we played, I got nearly murdered by some Roombas, so we'll see how it goes. It'll be great.
It will be great. That's a positive attitude. Someone who has a positive attitude is Travis. How are you?
I'm okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm fucking awesome, Lindy. How are you? I'm good. It's turns out it's Monday here in Amazing Land, so it's good times. I'm playing Lamont Quinlan. He's rogue Kalishtar who continues to alienate himself from the only people who care about him and who would defend him. It's a horrifying spiral. So pull up a chair.
Woohoo! Horrifying spirals is what our dungeon master lives to put us through. So let's go over to them. Deception check. How are you?
Hi. I try not to put you guys through a horrifying spiral.
You're right. We do that to ourselves.
Yeah, I make a happy-go-lucky fun game for you guys to experience and enjoy, and then you guys just turn it into a mass exodus of sanity. And so, yeah, I
That's
think
the name of our next campaign, Mass Exodus of Sanity.
That is I'm a deception check. I am the DM here, and I am happy to be here. As we are on the cusp or in the middle of a finale, but a finale of what? We don't know exactly. So we'll just have to get through there. But Mondays in Exandria Adventure in Mon is based upon the world created by Matt Mercer, Wizards of the Coast Adventure, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which we're in the end of, and a supplement that went from that from the DM's Guild called Dragon Heist Forgotten Tales by Doyle, Heck, and Intricasso. But we have stepped outside of those bounds now into a little bit of something I've created and a problem I've created that's kind of worked for the story. Where we left off last week, Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hassenpfeffer IV of the Havisham Hassenpfeffers was in the private dining room of the Grey Skull Shadow Inn with Seeker Assume Immering. They're finishing the counting of 500,000 gold pieces, which were stolen by council member Sifa 10 years before. Assume does not trust group, but is more willing to take a chance on the group in exchange for the missing money. Hal is in a different dimension or plane. They haven't really decided yet, along with Igor, Harlan, and Lamont. But currently, Hal is separated from her companions in another wing of the Artifactorium and is starting to recover from her experiences with the Vroombas in the previous showroom. Igor, Harlan, and Lamont have only just completed their showroom on the opposite side of the Artifactorium from Hal and are walking into the cafeteria and gift shop room. So what we're going to do today, we're going to step over to Hal, who is having a meal in her cafeteria. It's a simple little white label meal on a steel plate.
Good
what are you
shit.
doing now? You woke up.
Yeah. I woke up and there was an automaton.
Automaton?
An ottoman. There was an
That
ottoman.
thing. There was an
Comfortable.
ottoman. Yep,
Kick your
just under
feet
my
up.
feet. It was fantastic. No, there was a robot above me. Did it leave? Is it still here?
Oh no. It basically pronounced you. Well, it said some things you didn't understand, and then it walked off and disappeared through the
Okay.
doors in the main doors that are now locked towards some windows on the other side.
Okay. And this is like a little cafeteria kind of thing.
Yep. There's several tables in the area. There seems to be a small booth selling tchotchkes And then there's there's the food booth that you've already gone to and grabbed some food from.
Right. What is this other booth selling? Anything interesting?
You walk over there, and there's just a blank-looking automaton standing there. It's not moving at all. It's not saying anything. And in front of it are 4 different little items. There is a signed headshot of Zook Bafflestone. You think it's a signature. There's some runes there. You don't know exactly what it is. There is a small statuette with a head that moves if you shake it. There is a statue with what looks to be the representation of a stone on top and some other runes across the front. And then there's a stack of books that written in common that say Zook Bafflestone's Tinkering for Humans.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a model of what looks to be like a large, like a more massively built automaton. It's like a little thing you can move. You can manipulate its arms and legs.
Okay. None of this interests me. I don't give a shit about any of this. Hal doesn't. I find it very interesting. Hal doesn't care. She's just gonna like, okay, I can't read that. I don't know who the hell that is. That's kind of amusing, playing with like the bobblehead for a second. Yeah. And then there are doors, right?
You look around. There's the doors that you imagine. There's doors to the south.
Okay.
There's doors in the middle of the wall, and then there's a very small door on the very far end north of the room. There's some windows on the far wall, and not represented on the map because I guess I colored right through them. There's some windows on the inside wall that look into a courtyard.
Okay. Is there anything of interest in the courtyard? Is it just grass?
You go take a look?
Yeah.
Okay. When you take a look, you see what looks to be the courtyard. It's about 100 feet across and paved with the same marble-like stones as the facade of the building. There are 4 sets of 3 statues in each corner of the courtyard, and all depict the same strange humanoid as the fountains outside. You've come to recognize that as Bafflestone. On the northern side of the courtyard is a raised stage on a platform with curtains lining the wall directly behind it, and upon the stage is a very large mechanical contraption that is vaguely humanoid in shape as well and looks just like the little manipulative statue, like toy that you found on the table.
Interesting. Well, first things first, she sees those statues and she's like, God damn, this guy is more fucking self-centered than Wendell. And then can I go check out that little door? You said there was a little door. What do you mean by little door?
Well, it's compared to these larger doors, the doors to the south and the doors right between the 2 windows that look into the courtyard. It's a single door, just a wooden door with a lock on it. The other doors are large, 5-foot wide doors that look like they're meant to open together to let large amounts of people through.
Okay. Okay. Can I try that? Is it unlocked?
You try the door, which is, like I said, a simple wooden door with a handle on it that seems to be locked. It does not open.
Ugh. Okay. Well, then I'm going to go back to the...
across it.
Oh, I can't read common.
It's just a wooden door. I mean, it's not like... It doesn't look like it's reinforced or anything.
Oh, so like, I feel like I could kick it in?
I mean, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, Wendell tried. It might take a while.
Probably.
But you or Igor could probably just bash this down pretty well.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to go try the double doors.
Okay.
With that big robot.
Okay. You head down to the big doors and you go to push on them and they do not even budge.
Okay. Then I'm going to go back to the little door.
Okay.
Just walking back and forth. And I'm going to try and kick that door in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack.
Just straight strength?
You could. Well, it depends on how you want to do it. I mean, do you want to go at it with a kick? Do you want to go at it with your axe? Do you want to? How do you want to approach? How do you want to attack the door?
I think I just want to kick it because I don't want to mess up my axe.
Give me athletics.
Okay, that's good. 18.
Okay, you hit it. And a vibration goes up your leg. You got it pretty solid, but it seems like the lock on the door is still pretty good. but you have cracked the door some.
Okay, can I kick it again?
Sure.
Do I feel like I can just beat this thing down?
Yes, you imagine if you hit it enough.
Oh, okay, that's a 21.
Okay. You land a kick right at the point where the handle is, and you see the door kind of crumble in, and it just sort of swings into a darkened space. Before you, it's just black, and there's some stairs going up into the darkness.
Okay, can I like...
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, can I listen? Can I hear anything?
Well, you hear music playing from behind you in the cafeteria that's been
Right.
going on kind of incessantly. And in front of you, it's perfectly quiet.
Well, I don't have anywhere else to go.
Okay, so you walk up the stairs.
I guess.
Okay, as you walk up the stairs, let's go to Wendell back in the real world.
Yes.
You're sitting at the table in the private dining room of the Gray Skull Shadow Inn across from Seeker Assume Imbring, who is saying
going to
out
have
loud.
proficiency in accounting by the time this is all done. Like,
Yes. He's like 499,999. And then 500. Oh, look at that. Everything was here.
yes.
You look across, and Seeker Assume is a small halfling, very rugged.
Mhm.
Acid burns across his face. That he could kind of grown his hair out, but he is still quite imposing,
Mhm.
knowing his station and knowing him.
Oh
and what
yes,
he's done
I've
in his
been
past.
very polite.
Yes. He's looking across at you. So, it's all here.
Just as I said.
All right. So our agreement, again, in case we've forgotten while we've been sitting here speaking and counting, is that you'll take no profit from this. You'll take no glory from returning
It's no credit.
any of this money.
No credit for any of this money.
And you want all the credit to go to Varna Sifa
Yes.
and the clasp,
yes.
particularly the Spiraling himself.
Yes. We enjoy not getting murdered. So
Yes, I also agree. I also enjoy not getting murdered, but
yes. Thus,
well,
no credit would be ideal.
all right. Well, he puts his hand out.
Lovely meeting you. Hopefully we can be on good terms. After all
Oh,
this.
I will have uses for you. Your group seems capable. You might want to think of a different moniker, though. Group is...
Nothing wrong with group. Kind of a business card.
He just looks at it and shakes his head.
It's a great moniker.
He folds up his portable hole
Mm-hmm.
that has all 500,000.
Yeah, he's got like a XL portable hole deluxe.
He pulls out a pouch, pushes in the pouch. He's like, we'll be leaving now. I imagine a proclamation coming in the next day or so. The broadsheets will have it. If you have any other questions, please send a message through your man Reagan. I will know
course.
to look for it. I will also use him as a communication tool to speak with you if necessary, so that I don't have to appear regularly here
Wonderful.
at your
Yes.
place
Need
of
to
business.
inconvenience you in such a manner.
No, if you're to be useful, you're not to be known as one of my tools. So,
Touche.
well, thank you again.
Have
For the
safe
food?
journeys. Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
I will. And he walks out, he opens both doors, walks through, and as he's walking out, you see like half of the dining area stand up and walk with him
Mm-hmm. That's.
out of the door.
I don't think that surprises Wendell, because he knew that was a very large sum of money, and yeah, tensions are high. But I think as soon as they all leave and walk out, goes to the private dining room and goes, and just like sits and goes, Reagan, some wine, please.
Reagan kind of pokes his head around the corner. He's like, does it feel like there's been a weight removed from the room?
I
Suddenly,
feel like the atmosphere
I can
has
breathe.
gotten... Yes, you weren't even in this room, Reagan.
I was
Imagine
before
how-
you got here. I was.
You weren't... I mean, how long was he here before I got here? How long have we been counting gold?
Oh,
Every
I
penny?
try not. It's felt like a week,
Right.
honestly. But do you want?
I would like
Of course, I know what you want.
an alcoholic... You know, I think after this, a strong alcoholic beverage.
Snow grog?
Yes, I think this is worthy of a finger of snow grog.
Hmm.
I'll
be right back.
We've done good today, Reagan. We've done
Yes.
good. And Lamont wasn't even here to interfere in any of it.
I think that might be why it went so well.
Yes.
He backs out of the room.
Yes. And I go, oh, right. Hale got sucked into a portal dimension. I think his plan is to sit there, enjoy his 5 to 10 minutes of peace and quiet with this drink, and then fly back to check on them.
Okay. So that's what you'll do. So let's head over to Harlan and Lamont, who are also with Igor. The three of you have just left the presentation room, the showroom, stepped into this new room. It seems to be a cafeteria and gift shop, and the doors behind you have closed shut. You now find yourself in a long room that is well lit with the same amber glow as the first room, and there's several automaton manned shops and tables spread throughout. The ceilings are high, the floors are wood and polished, and the air smells fresh of processed food. There are windows facing on both walls, with the far side facing the gardens and the inside facing the courtyard. Quiet music is playing, and the only other doors in this room are, and the only other tongue twister starting again. And above the doors, heading towards the courtyard, are some runes that seem to be counting down or changing at a predictable rate.
We have the badges on. Can we read those runes?
Yes, it's numbers counting down. It says 1445, 1444, 1443.
All right. So it appears to be... Does it move down in seconds?
It seems so.
Okay. Well...
Look, keychains. I wonder if they have one that says Lamont.
Do you step up to the gift shop?
Step
Got a
closer to
voucher.
it.
Okay. As you get there, you notice that the automaton, the automaton that you expected to be here is actually laying on the floor. And it is broken. And as you walk over and kind of pick up one of the items off the table, it starts to talk. Welcome to your tomb. We here at the Artifactorium gift shop are watching as you waste away. Please trade in your tickets for one of our many reminders of the man who has consigned you to death.
Did you hear that?
I did. And that is foreboding. I think that's a countdown timer up there.
You notice that the voice inflection of the stranger words, the more ominous words, seems to be different than these canned, the more the regular speech of the automatons you've heard so far.
I believe that this automaton may have been tampered with.
Oh. Either way, they don't have a keychain with my name on it, so I don't. I would rather not be stuck here. It sounds like that thing wants to say that we're stuck here. It's not something I'm interested in.
I suppose we do not dally. Let's see here. What's that? Look into the courtyard.
Okay, you see the same thing that Hal saw, the 12 different statues in each one of the corners, a raised stage to the left side with a curtain behind it, and a large automaton of some sort hulking across the top of the stage.
Go fight that thing?
Well, I would hope we won't need to. I'm a bit worried about Hal's situation if we're in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
You look around the room.
Can I see, I know there's a set of double doors. Do I see a set of double doors on the other side?
Where the window is placed, it's difficult to see through the statues and the walls associated with it.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
All right. Not that great at these.
Oh, 20.
Oh.
Natural 20. Okay.
Says
You see everything here. You notice that there is a mummified corpse laying on the floor at the end of the room behind one of the tables there's a journal on the table. You can see across the way, and there are doors and windows on the far side, almost identical to the ones you have here. And you also see within the chest of the automaton is a black-haired gnome woman looking like she's trying to escape.
Eagle, get that gnome woman. Lamont, get that note off the desk over there. I'm going to try to find a way to open this door.
Okay, there are no locking mechanisms to the door. It's just simply shut and immovable, it seems.
Oh.
And above you, the runes continue to count down.
Okay. Then
What gnome woman? That's an Igor thing.
in the chest of the robot, do you not see her? Of course.
I mean, if you'd like to roll a perception check, Lamont, you can. I mean, you have advantage on it because, Harlan is pointing out what you saw.
Advantage to not
And you're
help
muted.
Igor. He got a 4 and a 7. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he is not able to spot
Yeah. Just a moment. I'll
the
go.
woman.
Hey, I'll just walk over, pick up the robot.
Okay, the broken one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It's in several pieces.
Just put it in Igor's hand. Open up the chest plate if you can find a way. She's in there.
He opens up the automaton, and it's just clockwork gears and some crystals and things. And the one you handed him.
Uh-oh.
No, she's in the big one. Sorry, I thought I was being specific about that. That's my fault. She's actually in the chest of the big one.
My bad. I thought you were talking about the one in the room.
No, I'm sorry. I should have been more specific. She's outside in the courtyard in the big one.
And the notes in the room, though, right?
Yes, the journal is over by the mummified remains of some humanoid at the end of the room.
I'll
At a
go
table.
get that journal then.
Okay. The journal is written in common. It reads, I have come to the conclusion at the last page you found. I've come to the conclusion that I am trapped in this place because I have been designated the presenter. And that's what the clockwork things told me when the doors opened. I tried to explain that I was just a visitor. This machine just stared at me. Just kept staring. I even took one apart. The best I could do was change some of the speech patterns. I'm not putting it back together. I do have free run of this place they call the Artifactorium. What the hell's is an Artifactorium? And none of the events are active. They say they're waiting for the guests, whoever they are, to arrive. I can only hope someone figures out the orb and joins me, but then again, it might mean both our deaths. There are entries for years going on inside this journal that only read, still here, still alive, still trapped. And you look down at the mummified corpse, and it's a shabbily dressed dwarf wearing pants and an apron with long black hair pulled back. There are tools at its belt, a small pouch, and a strange horn hanging from a chain around its neck.
All right. So, does it mention anything about the horn in the book?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, he said he had a free run of this place, so he must have had a key or something. Want to look for something that could be used as a key.
Okay,
Loot,
give me an
loot,
investigation
loot,
check.
Loot.
Look, Lamont, what are you doing right now while Harlan is looking through the corpse?
Well, if I was looking for the note, and then did he go after the note?
He
told
went
me to
after
go
the
look
same
at-
thing.
Yeah, I think I got distracted by the gift shop.
Okay.
On my 15 perception, I was wondering if there was anything in the gift shop that kind of jumped out at me while I look at something on.
It's
D&D
more the
Beyond.
same that you saw in the other room, the confounding room that was obviously not designed very well by the Artifactorium.
Right.
It's more the same thing. The tchotchkes that are just sitting out there, you know.
You got 2 vouchers, man. So
Okay.
souvenirs.
Well, okay. I was looking at D&D Beyond. What sort of things does he see? What sort of?
Okay. Same
of
thing as we had
objects?
last week. We had. Let me go back to the
There's
list
a
here.
bobblehead.
There's a little statue with a bouncing head. Seems like it's on a spring. There is
Alright.
a little statuette that's got like the representation of a stone on the top. There's a picture of a gnome smiling kind of ridiculously with a signature and runes across the bottom. There is, I believe there's a model of what looks to be the same robot that's sitting outside on the stage.
Okay. I'll pick
And- and a
2
little
of
book.
those up. And a little book.
Yeah, a little book. It's written in common. It says Zook Bafflestone's Tinkering for Humans.
Oh, I gotta have that. All right.
It's signed.
Ooh. Oh, well, come on. Forget it. Do you want a copy, Harlan? Hey, over here. Do you want a copy of this, the book here? The rest is like licensed stuff. But do you want a book?
Are you getting a copy?
Yeah. Come on, you got to pocket that. It's a guide to, like.
I mean, can I borrow yours when you're done with it?
Sure, that's fine. Then I can get one of these robot statues. This will look good on the desk. All right, I'm gonna pocket one of the books and one of the robot statues.
Okay.
And
You
do I have to
see
surrender my coupons?
Well, you would imagine that the destroyed automaton would have been the thing that would have taken your coupons, but
Just take it all. There's no one stopping you.
it was broken, and then Igor broke it in pieces, even further.
Yeah.
So while you're looking at that, we go back to Harlan. You find a set of Tinker's tools with a 17 investigation, 10 gold coins that are kind of square with a dragon on them.
Okay.
It's a strange form. You've not seen gold coins like this before. The horn is hanging on his chest. There's a magical aura about it in some way, as well as a smelly amulet that stinks of old ale-stained wood. But it's also magic, or at least has an aura about it. No key.
Ale. Okay. I guess I will. I DM? Why not?
Okay, so while you're doing that, let's go back over to Howl. Hi, Howl.
Hello.
Did you go up the stairs into the dark?
Yeah.
All right. As you top the stairs, lights begin to appear in the sconces along the back wall, which cast long shadows over stacked crates and barrels of varying sizes. To your left, is a heavy curtain of velvet, and there is a low beeping coming from something ahead of you.
So there's a curtain to my left and something beeping ahead of me.
Yeah, a very heavy curtain to your left and something beeping up ahead on the right.
Can I look behind the curtain?
You can certainly try. All right, you go to move the curtain. Can you give me an athletics check?
It's a heavy curtain.
It's a very heavy curtain.
22.
It's not that heavy. You pull back the bottom of the curtain and look, and you see the feet and legs of this large robotic creature, the one that you saw through the windows. And you hear someone struggling.
Can I see someone struggling?
Not from where you're at, no.
Can I move to see someone struggling? Can I like? Okay, so I opened up the curtain, and there's
You pull out the curtain.
Okay, can I like go under it?
You can certainly go under it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Under. I feel like this is such a fucking bad idea.
You step outside and you see you're in the courtyard now. And the statues, which you saw from inside, you get the good feel for their height now. They're at least 30 feet from the bottom to the top.
Excuse me.
Each are of the same man you saw in the pictures in differing poses. There is a beeping, another kind of beeping from inside the automaton in front of you, and you still hear someone struggling, but you also see stepping out from behind the statues on the left, smaller automatons that are beginning to walk towards you, like you've come like they've noticed you're there and they're moving in your direction.
Yeah.
These do not look like the medical one that you ran into after you were accidentally cleaned in the previous room.
Accidentally. I did that to myself. No, do they look aggressive?
They have sticks with lightning pulsing at the end of them.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Can I see the person who's struggling? Can I see them?
You imagine you probably have the time to kind of scoot out in front of the robot and look before they'll get there. But if you tarry, you may have to engage the oncoming automatons.
If I step back behind the curtain and then I peek out, are those ones still moving towards me?
You step back under the curtain, and you notice that they stop as soon as you go back behind the curtain.
Oh, excuse me. Ugh, sorry, excuse me. Okay, so once I'm behind the curtain, they stop.
They do.
Okay.
And then as you stay behind the curtain, you notice they turn around, they lower their sticks, the batons, and they walk back to the cabinets that they were in.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go out there yet because I'm by myself.
Sure.
Can I go find that beeping noise instead? Can I step back and
Yes.
go find that beeping noise?
Okay,
Excuse me.
Okay, all of us are coughing here and sneezing. Okay, so you look, and there seems to be a table with an angled top covered in circular glass-covered oddities that have a single clock arm moving wildly between more runes, many multicolored knobs, several dials, and a large red button.
Okay.
And the beeping coincides with sort of the beeping you heard on the robot.
Okay. Does Hal just start pushing buttons again? Or did she learn her lesson? Can I make an intelligence check to see if I can make any kind of sense?
I would love for you to press a button. So make an intelligence check.
Is that a -1? Oh, 19. So it's an 18.
Okay. What are you trying to discern with your intellect check?
Is there like a release button that coincides with the? Because you said the beeping coincides, right?
There are dials. There are knobs.
Okay. Dials and knobs.
Dials and knobs. There are basically what looks to be, there are what looks to be readouts.
Okay.
On there, and then there is a big red button.
Big red button. Okay. Is there any kind of indication for like a door open for whoever was trapped in that automaton?
It's difficult. It's difficult to say without understanding the language itself.
Okay.
You know that your badge that you got lets you understand the spoken word. It translates.
I didn't take one because I can't even read.
Oh, you didn't take one of the badge when everybody took badge at the beginning? Oh, I thought you took a badge. Okay, then you have absolutely no idea what any of this says on this control panel. But you imagine with your intelligence check that this must be, with a 19, you would intuit that it is connected with this automaton out there, and that perhaps one of the buttons or the switches, or possibly even the big red button, would be like an emergency shutdown or something. Maybe if pressing it would stop everything.
Okay. I'm going to press the big red button.
Press the big red button. So as you go to press the big red button, we go back to Lamont, Harlan, and Igor.
So I did some basic calculations, and I realized that if that timer is clicking down in seconds, we only have a little over 23 minutes. So I'm not going to ID the things, because that'd take too much time.
Okay.
Just take.
So,
well, in the time that you've looked at that, some time has passed, and you notice now that it wasn't actually a total amount, like the 1459 up there. Yeah. It's actually now says like 7:35. You imagine it might be counting down minutes?
Okay.
And then as you're looking towards the courtroom, the courtyard, you see Hal pop out and like run up to the side of the automaton. And then you see some other little, mechanical guys come out with batons that have lightning on the end, and they start walking towards her. And then she scuffles back underneath what looks to be a curtain. And then the automatons disappear.
Well, Igor, Lamont, I have some good news and bad news. Good news is, Hal's still alive. I just saw her out there. Bad news is, I have no idea how that time was keeping time.
With your intelligence, yes, you imagine that this countdown is probably to when the doors open.
Okay. All right. I see. It seems that we still have a few minutes here to rest up. So, I believe these doors will open when this timer
Are you sure?
reaches its end.
We don't get like suffocated or impaled by spikes or
Fairly sure.
stuck here forever? You sure?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna go hit the cafeteria.
Okay. You go to the cafeteria?
Yeah, is there food? Go on in.
Well, there's nothing there at the moment you arrive. But as soon as you get there, you go, "Welcome to the Artifactorium's concession stand. We hope to provide you with a tasty treat to hold you over while we all wait for the unveiling of Zook Bafflestone's greatest achievement. Please step right up and grab your plate of stone refreshments, platter of plenty." And a tray is brought. It's a steel tray, which contains a white labeled, like a white box that seems to have fluid in it. There's a white paper wrapped like mound and a little white paper bag. And it slides it in front of you.
What is this? Is this food? What am I looking at right now?
Thank you. Have a great day.
Harlan, it's like a paste, like a food product, like a soylent.
Do you open any of them?
Seems efficient.
I don't know. It creeps me out. Yeah, I'll like gently open the paper bag.
Okay. You open the paper bag, and inside are small slivers of a light colored food of some type. They're like they're chips. Chips of something. They smell like potatoes. Cooked.
Potato stuff.
I don't know. You dare me to eat it?
Why do you need me to dare you? Just consume it.
I think Igor would wander up.
Yeah, Igor wanders up.
Igor, try this. Igor, try one of these chips.
They're tasty. They're salty, a little bit fatty. They have a good flavor to them.
Hold on. How do you feel? You feel lightheaded? Right, hungry, but like, do you feel any different? You feel lightheaded, heart beating any faster? You got like a fever or anything?
Just hungry.
Just hungry? Let me feel your forehead. Come here. Come here. Let me put my hand. I put
That
my hand
makes
up to
me
it.
hungrier.
Warm and clammy like always.
All right.
Oh,
Here, eat this. If the chips kill him, then you don't eat the chips. Here you go.
Devours the whole bag. He seems fine.
All right. You want to try the paste? We got like a white paste here or something.
It's a
Wanna try
box with fluid in it.
Here, try this. Try this. Eat this.
You drink it. No, it's a fluid. You drink it, and it tastes like cherries, and it's real sugary.
Oh, it's sweet and cherry.
You see his legs start to shake a little bit, like he's getting a sugar rush. It's tasty. His
Like a
tongue
liquid
stained red now.
Is it a liquid funnel cake?
No, funnel cakes don't taste like cherry.
Oh, it's red drink. Okay. I've had that before. Okay.
You can tell by the red on his face.
Look how happy he is. You got a weird red drink smile going right
All
now.
that
Here, you
leaves
can
is
just...
a wrapped paper mound, like a paper wrapped mound on the plate now.
All right. We're gonna. Is there a trash receptacle? We're gonna
Yes.
make sure we're gonna throw things away. Igor, take this over and throw this away in the bin over there.
Does Igor look at what the food is on the other piece of food on the plate?
Yeah, if there's still things on the tray.
Yeah, here
there's
you can have this. Eat this.
Does he unwrap it? Does he eat it with the paper?
That's a
Don't eat the
good
paper.
question. Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't eat the paper then.
Okay.
I think he like
All right, it,
almost does, and then he peels the paper.
it is 2 pieces of bread with what looks to be cooked meat and several vegetables on top.
Ooh.
It tastes great.
Brilliant.
Well, he's not dead, so if you're hungry, tuck in. How much time we got left? What's the
2
clock
minutes.
say before we get stuck here forever?
Well, I look up and
2
say,
minutes.
Should be very soon.
159, 158, 157.
More food,
All right,
please.
Yeah,
It hands out another one.
I think that just the moment these doors open, we may want to locate our compatriot and bug the F on out of here, if you take my meaning, sir.
I saw her. She went under the curtains in the courtyard. I believe there's some aggressive automatons out there, though.
Well, did they... Wait, how many did you see?
How many could I see?
2.
I saw 2.
2. Oh, come on. It takes 3 of us. Come on now. It's 3 robots. What do they have? Sharp sticks? Foul language? What were they?
They
What were
appear
their offensive?
some sort of lightning rod.
Ooh, a lightning rod. Igor. They got lightning rods.
He's on his 3rd tray of food.
Come on. Don't spoil your dinner on freaking magic chips or whatever. We got to fight the lightning rods, guys.
It won't
Come
be
on.
spoiled.
We're going to walk it off.
Arlen, there's 30 seconds left.
I draw my short sword.
Well, I suggest that everyone prepare themselves, and I get under a table.
Okay. All right. So, and
going?
Lamont, you draw a sword.
Yeah, I draw my short swords and I begin to spin them with a flourish as my cloak billows, and I get ready to embrace the danger as Harlan dives. What are you doing?
I do not know exactly what's going to happen, but I assume these doors are going to open.
You see the clock ticking down. 5, 4, 3.
It's time to slap
2,
iron. Look sharp.
1.
Stand up straight. It's time to get it on. Here we go.
Boo, and the doors open slowly out.
Oh,
And nothing happens.
As I said, it was most likely a timer for the door. Now, we shall continue.
Igor, bring some of those chips. Just put them in your pockets. Bring one of those sandwiches. Later. And I go out into the courtyard.
Okay.
Which way did Hal go?
All right, when you first step out, you see the same things that we saw before through the windows, but now you notice how tall everything is and the different placements. You see the automaton standing on the stage. Do you walk out to the center?
Do the other automatons kind of retreat?
You don't see them.
Yeah.
They're no longer in sight.
They did make some sort of retreat. All right.
You do now see more clearly the woman in the chest of the machine. She's like, "Oi, hey, you there? I don't really care who you are or how you get here, but could you get me out of this thing? I'm stuck. It won't open."
How long have you been in there?
I don't know. It's been a while. They call me the presenter. I was just messing around with an orb in my shop, and then I was here.
I see.
An orb.
Golden mechanical one?
That sounds awesome. Let's try this. Get a gold orb. Sounds sweet. Let's get a gold orb.
You have 2 daughters, I assume?
Yeah. I'm Amalo and Gila.
Yes.
A drunk, good-for-nothing husband, too.
We came here to get you out of here.
Well, then get to it. I've been here long enough. All right, as you get closer, music starts rolling up real loud. Drums are playing. Lights are starting to flash. The sky actually goes from dark, which it has been since you've been here, to a bright daylight suddenly. And then you hear through the air, basically, translated by your badges, "Welcome to the final presentation of Stone Industries' annual Artifactorium. We at Stone are excited to present to you the finest artificery in the known planes. Before you is the culmination of Zook Bafflestone's brilliant career, the Stone Security's ZB-13. This finely wrought gnomish engineering combines the latest in mobile security and area defense." Are you still walking up close to it?
I mean, no, I'm not walking any closer. I stand still when this presentation begins.
Okay, what about Lamont? What are you doing?
I'm gonna hide.
Okay, you hide behind one of the columns.
Damn right. F this.
It's easy.
A giant robot gonna wake up.
You see it kind of like turn, and the waist, its legs not moving. It turns this way, and you see the woman just really trying to pull herself out of the thing. She goes, "Surrounded by adoring fans and no escape in sight, just activate the ZB-13's aero incendi aviators and lift off to safety." And as it says that, fire erupts from the feet of the mechanical automaton, and it lifts 30 feet into the air. Harlan, if you're there where I see you on the map, can you make a dexterity saving throw as the heat just blasts out towards you? Oh, you take 6 points of heat damage. As you just blasted with the exhaust of this thing, and it just hovers there in the air. After a moment, it's still sitting there, and you hear the script continue. Locked out of your laboratory because you forgot your keys again, or has your expedition into the treasure-laden cavern become blocked by falling debris? Just activate the ZB-13's precision pneumatic pulverizers, and it lands again with a thud on the stage. And then you see 2 large rock columns just shoot up from below the stage, and it walks over and just hits one of them with one arm, just swinging like from a right to a left, and goes right through the rocks, shattering it. I need you to make another dexterity. Actually, Igor and Harlan, make a dexterity saving throw, please. 12.
See.
Okay.
Eagle. Oh, that's not awful. 13.
Okay, both of you step out of the way as shards of stone fly into where the crowd should be, but where you guys are standing. It turns and walks back to the center of the stage. Or have you found that your arch nemesis has begun to copy your most profitable designs and you accidentally come across a stash of these cut rate knockoffs? Just activate the ZB13's multi-phasic baffle ray emitter, and fire just erupts out of its forehead over at the other column and just disintegrates. It's destroyed completely.
Wow.
What are you guys doing?
Okay. So is there a door on this thing that...
Give me a perception check. You can't really investigate from where you're at.
Okay.
I think Igor's eating another burger.
Okay. Perception. You do not see. It seems like a solid piece of engineering. And she's just sitting there going, "Wow, this is pretty nice. This thing's pretty handy. I wish you'd let me actually control it. It's kind of automated right now, but I might be able to get it moving once it's over. I wish I had one of these. Look at what it's doing." She's just like totally in awe of the mechanics of it. Lamont, what are you doing?
You said it's like a Coliseum type thing. We're in a big...
You're in a big, it's about almost 100 feet wide and about 60 feet long. The stage is about half that on one side. There's columns. There's 3 sets of statues in either corner of the same Zook Bafflestone guy you saw in the pictures in different poses, looking imposing and looking like he's thoughtful and all these kind of weird things. Just a narcissistic, exercise at best. There are other doors. The door on the far side to what probably is another cafeteria where you think maybe Hal was is open, as is the door into your cafeteria is still open.
All right, I'd like to move around in the hidden, hopefully, and try to go around and find Hal before we engage this thing.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I don't know. I think we're already engaged. But...
Okay, nobody will see you at this point. You're able to move quickly like a shadow across the backside of this courtyard. And while this last bit is going on, you make it to the other double doors. All right. The voice comes back on. The ZB13 also comes with several add-on purchases, some not displayed today, that will protect the cockpit of the ZB13 from external damage, theft, or the possibility of death when operating the ZB13.
Oh, good.
Get yours today. Order the ZB13 with Zook Bafflestone's guarantee of quality, along with his no refund, no return seal of approval.
All right,
it's
you
great
talked me
when
into
you
it.
can't return it.
I want one. I want that one. I want the one in there. I want the big one that's on right now.
Experiencing the Stone Industries Artifactorium. Return portals will activate soon that everyone may return to their homes safely.
Yeah.
And then everything just sort of stops. And the robot's sitting there. Hey, what? I can't move. It's not working now.
Wrap it up. I'll take it. Give me the whole thing. I like the carriage. I like the fire thing with the feet. Give me the whole thing.
No more presenting. You've seen
All right.
enough of the presentation.
So Harlan goes up on the stage. Everything's fine. Igor, what's Igor doing, do you think? Still eating?
Yeah. He probably brought a fresh tray in with him, and he's finishing off that.
Okay. And Hal, you've been there. It seems like this is a soundproof area. So you haven't known what's been going on outside. So you press the big red button.
Yes.
And nothing seems to happen for a moment. And then klaxon alarms start going off. And words start going, but you don't understand it. Outside, you guys hear, this emergency shutdown and targeted evacuation is brought to you by Stone Securities, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Bafflestone Company. You have precisely 30 seconds to be amazed at our efficiency and efficacy. And then 5 seconds later, it repeats the same thing and says you have 25
I'm amazed.
seconds.
I'm so amazed at the efficiency and what did he say? Efficacy and punctuality.
So I press the big red button
And you hear things going, alarms going off. You
I'm
hear
like,
these words you don't understand.
fuck. So I'm just gonna start turning knobs and pulling levers.
okay,
and then-
okay.
And pressing it again and
Okay.
again and again.
Roll me a D3. 1d3.
Okay.
You don't have to. Or you actually roll me a D6. 1, 2 is 1. 3, 4 is 2. 5, 6 is 3.
4.
Or you could have done it with a real die
So-
if you wanted to, but
I
okay, 4.
only have a D20 with me today.
okay. And Harlan stepped away. Oh darn.
Oh no.
Okay,
He's back
he's back.
in black.
All right, Harlan. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the automaton swings
no.
out with an arm. Okay, it rolls a. Does a 20 hit your AC?
Oh no.
It does not.
A 20 does not hit your AC.
My AC is 21.
Oh.
So it swings and you're just far away, and that it just kind of like catches your armor and kind of spins you around a little bit, but doesn't do any damage. Whoa, that was kind of crazy. What is going? I didn't do it. Her hands are up in the air. She's like, I'm not pressing buttons.
Please
Countdown.
do not press anything.
Countdown is at 15 seconds
Hal
now.
is slamming the red button.
Okay, so Hal hits another
Repeatedly.
button.
She's hitting the
Lamont,
big red button.
you've made it into the other
Panicking.
cafeteria, and you see the same thing, a copy of the same thing that you had before, but there's another door on the far end.
All right, walk towards the door, shouting at the top of my lungs. I want it. I want the robot. I want the whole thing. I want a pudding and a robot. Just where do I put where's the slot I put my coins in? Give it to me, and I head towards the door.
Okay, you head towards the door. At 10 seconds, Hal, you press another button. Roll a d6 again. Harlan, do you stay beside the automaton?
It must have some sort of proximity defensive
Okay.
grid.
Okay, a 3. All right, another arm swings out.
Ah!
And this one misses completely. It swings high.
All right.
All right, so do you do another? You're still looking at the machine to see if you can find a way to turn it off, right?
Really, I'm looking for kind of like a door.
Okay, you're close enough to do an investigation now. Go ahead and look. Okay, with the 24, you see on the back of the automaton is a very thin seam that looks like it might be a door.
All right.
Okay. Lamont, you make it up. You come to the door. It's open. It seems to have been broken open. There are stairs leading up to a lit area in the back.
Hello, I'd like to pay for my robot, please. I'd like to get the thing. Do I have to sign anything?
How
To take
you can
ownership?
hear this?
Or to insure it for
What?
some reason? Do I need to insure the robot?
I'm pressing buttons.
Oh, you press another one? Okay, roll a d6 again.
She just yells out, I'm pressing buttons.
The alert has gone to 5 seconds.
4 again.
Oh, again, it swings. Again, it swings around at Harlan. And this time it rolls a 25. Does that hit your AC, Harlan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's 8.
Oh.
Ouch.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's
I made a mistake.
26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
I rolled 66 and the last 3 were 6. It was 3 6s.
Oh no.
I rolled an 8 on the first 3. 18 on the second 3. So you get slammed. Give me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. 13.
You fly 10 feet back into the wall.
Wow!
And then you hear one last alert. This emergency shutdown and targeted evacuation is brought to you by Stone Securities, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Bafflestone Company. You have precisely now seconds to be amazed at our efficiency and efficacy. Thank you for joining us today. And you all feel and see white energy flash across your eyes. Wendell,
Yes.
everything's fine. You've had your snow grog.
Yes.
The carpet is sitting there, and your friends are still missing.
They're still missing. I'm looking at this orb. I wish to examine it.
You wish to examine it? Yes.
Yes.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm not
Amalo
gonna
and Gila are kind of like looking at you like, are you
I've
sure you want
brought
to
like some magic-y looking stuff from like some tools. Like maybe I took some of Lamont's tools from the secret room because I said I had to go get some things to help, and so I've got like
Right.
little glasses on, and I'm like, you know, examining it and writing
Okay.
down things in my book.
If you were proficient, I would give you advantage. But you don't even know what the tools are that you're using.
No, I don't, but it makes me look very
It makes you, and
impressive.
Amalo is just like, do you really know what you're doing? I mean, your friends all disappeared like our mom, and
Yes, and it's my job to bring them back.
oh, I'm so glad we found you.
Natural 20!
Natural 20? Okay.
I'm sorry, but
No. That's great. Okay, because you, unfortunately, with a skill check, natural 20s doesn't mean an automatic success. But I
No,
like to
but
reward them.
if it's an
So
investigation, let me see what it would actually be.
You look at it
20.
and you look at it and you're like, this is exactly what Lamont pressed. So if I press this, maybe the same thing will happen. But there's another button that looks like it might be used in. You can tell on that button there is where.
I see.
Do you press it?
Do any of the other buttons show that kind of wear?
Not in this general side. There's some wear on other parts, but in
Okay.
this section, you see more wear on the first two buttons, but there is some wear on this button.
Okay, because he's thinking if one button has like a shit ton of wear, that's all the people getting sucked in and not coming back out. I'll push that other button that I'm drawn
The moment you touch that button, white light fills the room.
Yes, I think you see like they watch and I'm like, and then I go to touch that one and that's when the light comes.
The light just fills the room. You can't see or hear anything for a second. Then you hear the girls kind of yell a little bit, and then the light fades and your eyes and you see Igor and Harlan and Lamont and Hal and a black-haired gnome woman in overalls standing there looking kind of surprised.
I did it! I say, and I quickly put the tool in my pocket because Lamont can't call me out.
So you guys are back home. Mom! Amalo and Gila both run in and give her big hugs. Oh, little guys, how long have I been gone? It's been weeks, Mom.
And I've got like an artificer's outfit on with my armor of my glamored studded leather. So I've got like the leather apron, all the pockets and stuff. I look very, and goggles around my neck. I look very...
Oh, Naya, you're the one that brought us back.
I guess I am.
I pressed the button.
No, I pressed this button. There was a bright
I
flash of
pressed
light
the big red button like 20 times.
Wait,
It's clearly what saved us.
Did you come back on tries 1 through 19?
I came back on try 20.
That's probably not the right button then, but this is the button. I gestured to it.
But I
Push to get
was
people
turning
out of
knobs
it.
and stuff, so clearly I turned the right knob and pulled the right lever and then pressed the
I
button.
don't
And it
think that's
worked!
what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Did anyone
Thank you very
see
much.
you do this?
Yeah, Lamont did.
Well, he doesn't seem to be answering.
He looks a little stunned.
I'm like, those two clearly saw me. My expertise.
Well, whomever got us out of there, good work,
Well,
Wendell. Owl.
Thanks. Thanks.
Wendell appreciates that his name was said first, and therefore gets credit. That's just Wendell, okay?
Well, I've got to thank you. I thought I'd die there. There was all those people that seemed to got stuck there too, but never had anyone come find them. It's a strange place, that
Where were you all?
Artifactorium.
Artifactorium.
Some weird robot place. I can't fucking say it.
The Ottomans.
Ottomans. There's a lot of Ottomans there.
a lot of automatons.
Those.
It was this
Ottoman.
Zook Bafflestone guy that he was famous
Battlestone.
1,000 years ago.
Maybe perhaps that's an ancestor of Fibblestone Battlestone. Good friend.
1,000.
You know a Bafflestone?
We do. We
He's
saved him
weird.
from a dragon.
Ah, well, you saved me, and that's all that matters to me and my girls. And they're just like hugging their mom, and they look happy. And it's like, where's my husband? Oh, he's drunk at the bar. Okay, never mind. Look, I owe you my life, I think. So you can have anything in my store, right now if you wish. Or we can make some sort of agreement that I can provide for you if you need it. I'd be happy to help. You guys, you are adventurers, aren't you?
I hand her a business card.
Or group.
Mercenaries, adventurers.
Not really a creative name, is it? I mean,
He came up with it.
it's a group of people. They're called group. Very forgettable. I think you should work on
It's an acronym that's spelled out in a reputable organization upon.
I mean, like the final form is a cool name, but
Yeah.
I mean, are any of you? I mean, you're an artificer. You look like one. How skilled are you?
Oh, I don't. I just dabble. And I'll gesture to Lamont. I'm like, he's far more into the artificering than I.
Oh, aye.
Often
So
will-
you're the artificer there, Mr. Tall, Dark, and Scary.
Huh? Yeah, that's me.
Oh, wait.
How's it going?
I would be happy for my shop to provide for you guys as much as you need for group, because you saved my life, and that's I mean we don't have a lot. It's a cutthroat business here, providing materials and stuff for the city of Vermont. So our margins are kind of low, but I can give you discounts and provide you things and find hard to reach things for you. So just just ask
Thank
for
you.
Sarithi.
Very much. Glad we were able to help out. Pleasure meeting you.
Aye.
What was your name?
Sarithi Rujek.
It's, yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sarithi,
She
Lamont
shakes your hand.
Quinlan. These are my,
Yeah, group.
familiars.
No. I'm not.
Yeah. Well, we're still working on that, but yeah, great to meet you. You and I are going to be working together a lot. I've got some sketches. I've got some plans. I've got some things that I'd like to put together. So I don't have them on me right now. But
Aye, well, come by anytime when we're open. I'd be
We'll
happy
come
to
back.
talk with you on what you do. I like doing new things. So if you've got some ideas on some cutting edge stuff, I'd like to share notes with you and see what we can do.
excellent. We will do that.
That's great.
Soon as
I'm excited.
I have a question.
Of course. What can I?
How did you become in possession of the Artifactorium?
Oh, I picked it up on one of my shopping trips into Abdal's Promenade. I just one of the random street sellers. I recognized it for what it was. He thought it was just some lamp or something that was busted.
Did you
I got
catch
it
this
for a couple
fellow's
gold.
name, or could you describe him?
No, it's just a random guy. I mean, just your normal peddler. Probably just came in from Western or Whitestone. I mean, they come through all the time. Might even been Marquesian for all I know.
So I don't get to keep that robot?
Did you
Oh.
bring it with you?
Oh God, do you think you'd actually want to have that?
Yes.
No,
Would
don't
want
bring
to
it
have
with
it. I don't even know what it is, but I don't think it's a good idea for him to have it.
Probably don't need a giant killer robot. I don't have any space for it. I travel light.
Do you have interest in keeping this artifact?
Well, no. It almost killed me. If you like to keep it, you can have it. Just think of it as a down payment.
Yes, I'll take it off your hands.
Oh, all right.
You know the right buttons to push now?
I mean, it's pretty interesting. For I was been there, the weather never changed. It was neither hot nor cold. The sky was always the same, but there was nothing outside the walls.
How
I
long
just
were
had-
you in there?
2 weeks.
2 times the same. You've been missing for about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah.
You look like you wanted to say something there, but Mr. Tall, Dark, and Scary, but you're muted.
You're still muted.
Nah, he does that. Does he do that from time to time to stare off into space and start talking to people?
Constantly.
He does occasionally.
That's got to be really annoying at times.
He thinks you can hear them sometimes, but you just can't hear him. Talks to himself.
Well,
There you are.
oh,
I can
yes.
hear you now.
What? I was hearing something. Somebody was talking to me. What
I
was
was
you
just saying that the realm there seems to be stable, but it's just a little island in nothing. Like if you climbed up to the wall and looked over, there's nothing there, just a ragged edge of land and then nothing but space below. The same stars as above.
It's horrifying. It's a lovely little contraption that could very easily starve and murder someone after they drive them completely insane from the isolation and the pandering of robots trying to sell you things loudly forever.
But think
until
about
you're
it.
dead.
If you understood the base mechanics of the place, and you could go there whenever you wanted to and leave whenever you wanted to, it'd be almost the perfect base of operations or something.
It could help in my research.
I mean, I don't know I don't know what you'd have to do. I don't know the underlying magics that keep that place existing or what resets it. I think I was at least the fifth presenter that I could tell from the people that were in there. So I don't know how long it's been going, but I know that this Zook Battlestone has been dead for at least 1,000 years.
Perhaps we should message his descendant Fibblestew.
I don't know, but it's all yours now. But I think if you don't mind, I'd like to spend some time with my family. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Hey, can I sleep here sometimes?
We can come to an understanding, I'm sure. I owe you my life.
Oh yeah, I remember that part of it. I'm excited about this opportunity. I'm just looking around. I'm gonna need more time probably than you've got. I know you gotta get to dinner for me to examine this stuff more closely. So anyway, I'll be back. Have a great night. Tell the family I said hello. Put your feet up. Enjoy it. You're on the right side of the grave. Got air in your lungs.
Aye, thank you.
Go see the kids.
Rather right here, but we're going to go stop to our rooms and have a meal and a drink.
How you guys doing? I'm Mark Quinlan. Pleased to meet you. We're going to be working with your dad on some projects. Listen, have a great time.
You work with my dad? My dad's a drunk. He hasn't woke up yet. You mean my mom?
Oh, right, your mom.
Are you all right?
No.
Yeah. What?
Just
no, I
behind
want
him,
lightning gloves. I've been thinking about lightning
handing
gloves.
the crazy sign.
Okay, well, I'm going to be closing down the shop for the day, but I will start work. You said lightning gloves.
Yeah, gloves
That's
shoot
interesting.
lightning.
It could have capacitors in it, and then if you squeeze it the right way, you could charge.
All right,
Yeah, I
let's
can get
leave
on
these
that.
poor people alone. Let's get on the carpet and go.
I'd also like some sort of girdle that makes people question their love for their spouses.
I think that's a different company altogether there. That's a magic I don't understand.
Okay, we'll work it out.
Okay, that's
This was
that's
fun.
great.
I'm glad we did this. This was a fun outing.
Thoughtfully.
Did you have
Amalo kind of escorts you guys out, and as you're going towards the front door, she's like, I really do appreciate you guys helping. I never thought I'd see my mom again, and I was getting tired of Dad.
Anytime, kid.
Thanks.
normal group activities?
You're always welcome here. As long as we own the final form, you guys are welcome. Bye. Okay. You've survived the Artifactorium of Zook Bafflestone. What do you do
Alright.
now?
I sit on the carpet, and I scoot out of the center so Harlan has his spot back. Because I imagine Harlan just stoically sitting in the exact center every time. I'm like, well, while you all were in the Artifactorium of Zook Bafflestone, I received a message from Reagan, and good news, the gold has been transferred.
All right. It went well.
Ooh.
It went well. Everything went as we had wanted it to, so no credit for us, credit for the clasp and Mr. Not Zilliger. Hold on. Names, there's so many names. I've been awful with
Siffa.
names. Siffa, Varna Siffa. And let me tell you, he was quite, he had very much of a presence about him, but was cordial and polite, though skeptical of group and our intentions. But after counting the gold and seeing that it was indeed all there, I think he might have an interest in group and giving us potential opportunities in the future.
That's as good
Anything
news.
else? That it?
That's about it. A lot of time was
Alright.
spent counting.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back, and she leaves.
Be careful, Hal.
I can take care of myself.
I know.
Don't go away mad.
Just give him the double finger as I
Ooh,
leave.
the double fingers. She must be pissed at you.
Think she heard me? Is that sign language or?
That's this. Well, one bird is I'm upset or fuck you. Two is like double that.
Well, I suppose we'll head back to the
The inn, yes.
Yes.
I guess we should decide what we're doing from here. We could get on that boat.
Do we have any other jobs?
I don't think we took any on until, except for that one that we already finished, because we were very concerned about the gold. That's been our job for like the past month.
Yes. I believe Hal did have someone she wanted to see.
Yes, she her gal pal, her bestie, something like that. I think in Port de Mali, I believe, was the place. She took an airship or something. We could take that boat that you had put on hold. If it's still there, we can see if it's still there. Or we could take the next airship with Howl, or maybe we could work on our own endeavors and Howl. Maybe we'll all split up. I don't know. We don't have anything we need to do.
Well, I have some things I need to do outside the city.
Yes, your property that you bought?
Yes.
Yes. I have some things in Haversham I should probably attend to now that we have an influx of money. And also we should probably open our bank account. Now that it's our job is being completed, we can show our faces at the bank again.
We need to do that before you guys leave.
Yes, probably should. That way we can start getting interest.
The bank we don't know where is at.
I know where it's at.
You guys don't know what she's talking about. He's
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, I mean, she's told, or he's told us about the bank,
Yeah.
But you don't know what.
we don't know
Yeah.
what. She's like, we have this bank account we need to open. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
If you don't want to, I can do it. I could take care of it. Wendell becomes the group accountant and is just
You
like,
seem to be the one to have the knowledge about it, so I suppose that's probably what you should do.
I'll take care of it. On business hours tomorrow.
Well, just-
Because I doubt we're still in business hours today.
It's later in the evening.
Yeah, we're not in
At
business
this
hours.
point, the sun's setting as the carpet flies to the south towards the Whitestone slums.
out of character. I hope you invest our money better than your winery.
Hey, look, that wasn't my fault. You can blame my older brother for that one. Wendell's very good with money because he's had no money
All right, so it doesn't take very long for you guys to arrive at the Gray Skull Shadow Inn. We'll check with Howl now. Howl, you see your friends fly off on the carpet quickly to the south, and you begin your slow walk. In which direction?
So she's not going back to the Gray Skull Shadow Inn. She's gonna go back to her house.
Okay, takes you a little bit longer.
Yeah. Any of the kids there? My assumption is no.
No,
Okay.
actually, it doesn't look like they've been there for some time.
Interesting. I'm gonna check all the floorboards for their stashes.
They're still there.
Still there. Okay, good. And then she just starts doing house stuff, what she normally does before what she used to do before all of this stuff happened. So, cleaning, laundry, all that.
Okay,
The usual.
It's late by the time
Yeah.
you've walked all the way across town from where you were. You're sitting there, and you kind of hear a how?
Is it Jenny?
No, it's Nezrin.
Oh.
From
Oh.
your-
What?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm like,
from
hey.
your communicator bracelet.
Yeah. She probably forgets that she has that from time.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck? Oh, hey, what's up?
I was just wondering how things were with you. It's a slow flight. It's boring.
Yeah.
Lots of ocean. You can only drink so many fizzy drinks before you just kind of want to do something else.
Yeah, no, that's fair. They don't have any, like, recreational activities on the airship?
There's a small library.
Oh. That's
It's
not
all books I've
recreational.
read before.
I've never read any of them.
God, you've only just learned to read some.
Barely.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll work on that.
Probably gonna
How-
be following you here pretty soon. So.
How are things? Like, you getting things settled away? Can you, like, you had something you had to do before you could come with me?
Yeah, apparently that's done. Wendell took care of it, and we just got out of an alternate dimension again. So
Okay, if you're trying to make excuses, you don't
I
have
promise I'm not. I promise.
to. Okay.
I haven't lied to you since before. So
Since the big one
yeah.
that made me want to kill you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because I promised wouldn't lie anymore, at least to you. But
Yeah, but the promise of a liar is not one,
nope. But
But so far you've
improving.
done okay. I'll give it
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, I'm getting there. But anyway,
No, I didn't want to tell you before, but there's a ticket waiting for you at the Skyport.
oh,
Next ship
Oh.
out, you can go if it's there. It's paid.
yeah, I might just say goodbye to the kids and set up their bank accounts and leave.
Okay, well, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know once I hop on the plane. Airship. I don't know what a plane is.
You're hopping
airship.
planes? Oh, I mean, you already hopped planes already
no,
once, so
I'm staying on this plane.
material plane only, please.
Yep, that's the plan.
Okay. All right. Just want to make you've done some weird things in the last few months.
Tell me
mean,
about it. I
it's-
know.
It's made you a better person. So I'm happy,
so.
but I'm kind of concerned.
Is it though? I will let you know when I am on the airship and headed towards you.
Okay. I miss you.
I miss you too.
And you don't hear anything else.
She does her just. And then she's gonna crash on the couch and go to bed.
Okay. Back at the Gray Skull Shadow Inn, you guys have landed and stepped inside. It is a busy evening in the Gray Skull. Tables are full. Employees are working hard. Roger Roger is behind the bar. He gives a wave to everyone and kind of just looks away from Lamont.
Ugh.
Can I get a milk in a like a to-go cup?
I don't know what a to-go cup is, but you own the place, so all the cups are to go for you, sir. And he puts a milk cup on the table.
And I telepathically say to Wendell and Harlan, you guys ever been up on the roof of this place?
I telepathically respond. It sounds like a good way to break your neck. No, I have not.
I have not found it necessary to do so. He just says.
I just like reply back. I just like rooftops. I need to talk to the two of you. Somewhere cool, like a rooftop or like deep in a crypt.
Or like our secret. I'll mentally respond telepathically to Harlan and Lamont, so Harlan knows. Like our secret underground room that's shielded from certain things. Prying eyes and ears.
Oh, well, not.
I just don't feel much ownership of that space because everybody knows it exists. I was hoping for like a secret, like to blow your mind with a place you didn't know about yet. But it's fine. Let's go to the secret bunker. It's fine.
I would believe more people know about the roof.
It's a public space, technically. I mean, private property, but very visible.
Just like lift up my milk and mentally say to the two of you, 5 minutes. And I walk out of the room.
Oh,
I'm not going to pretend I know what 5 minutes means, but I would like a beverage. Harlan, what would you like?
Just some water, please.
I didn't know you were going to say that. He pulls out a glass of water. You always ask for water. Makes my job way too easy. Challenge me, please.
All right, Roger Rouget, surprise me. Wendell's in a very good mood. Like, it feels like this burden of debt has been lifted off of his shoulders, and that's something he hasn't experienced in, like, a long time. Between his family's debt and everything, so...
So he's like, okay, well, I've got something for you. We just had a shipment of some things from the Menagerie Coast. So he just starts pulling out some bottles and mixing it in all together. He pulls out this like liquid that's kind of like yellowish and pulpy. And he pours it in there and shakes it up and gives it to you. It's a yellow drink that smells kind of strong, and it has like the red, like it's like he poured a little red over the top, and it's slowly falling like it's raining along the sides.
I do suppose this calls for some sort of celebration. Please give me an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, I'm not sure what it is you like, sir. So, what might it be?
I'm not sure what I like either.
Do you like sweet or sour foods? Or bitter?
Good question.
I prefer them to be neither.
Do you like honey?
Honey is acceptable.
Indeed.
I've got a honey mead that you might like. It's a little thick, but it's good for you, and it actually puts a little hair on your chest. But it looks like you've already got that covered. So, never mind. He goes back into the back and comes back out with a large,
How is my
tall,
pulpy
thick mug.
beverage? This is me swirling it like I would a glass of wine, because that's so ingrained into Wendell that he can't help but like want to swirl the glass.
I call it a sunrise. It uses an imported alcohol, but it's all right. You might feel it in the morning, though.
It's no glass
And
of
he
wine.
slides the glass to Harlan.
Certainly not bad.
Harlan, like, mimics Wendell.
It'd be great
And
if
it's
he-
weird because when you're spinning the honey mead, it doesn't move like a very thin liquid. It moves like a thick liquid. So it's got it's got a little bit more viscosity to it. It's tasty.
This is acceptable. Thank you, Reagan.
Thank you, Roger.
I believe we have a meeting to get to.
It's my pleasure. Hey, would you mind taking another milk down to Lamont? He might like it.
I'll mage hand carry it, because I imagine Igor
Thank
is
you.
eating dinner.
Yeah, Igor has just disappeared in the servant's quarter. The servant exit.
Yeah.
Just disappeared.
And there's like a little thing of bar nuts, like on the table. I just take
Sure.
that with my actual hand so I can start eating.
Okay.
So imagine I'm very hungry again. And I'll
All right.
mage hand Lamont's milk behind me as we walk.
So you head down to the private room, underneath the private dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Secret.
Lamont, you're already down there. Did you want to do anything in the secret room before they got there?
I'm facing the wall with my knuckles on the small table, if I remember correctly, looking pensively in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Chewing the scenery quite a bit right now.
Okay. All right. Your cloak billows menacingly in the dark with the very few lights on that are there. You cast long shadows that you really find impressive. It's like, this is the right lighting for this sort of thing.
Then we come out and we're like, Lamont, I've brought you another glass of milk, courtesy of Roger Roger.
He turns and you see like the darkness just like surround him. Almost like it's enveloping him at this
That's
point in
nice.
time. And then it kind of retreats
Mm-hmm.
as more light kind of just enters the room with both of you.
Ah, you look quite pensive there, Lamont.
Now roll an intimidation check.
Yes, go ahead. Please do.
You nat one, I'm gonna laugh.
I have a +9.
13.
13.
Eh.
I
You
want a
rolled,
bunch
you
of
rolled a 4.
bullshit.
Well, you didn't
look quite
expect him to.
pensive.
You didn't expect it to be that intimidated because they know you, but you know he does look menacing.
Almost menacing, I'd say.
Wendell thinks to himself, I've seen more menacing kittens in alleyways, but he doesn't say that. He just keeps that. Not that he thinks that he actually has. He's just like, ooh, that'll be a good comeback for later, and he pockets it.
Then you think twice because he does look a little intimidating. You might not want
Which
to
is
say
why he saved it for later and isn't using it now. He's
Okay.
saving that for the now one that'll eventually happen.
it.
Roland like takes the milk and like holds it up, like holding it like this, and he like looks at it and then drinks the entire thing, and it takes him like a big long moment.
Don't inhale it.
I'm not going with you. I
Where?
want you all to go. Enjoy yourselves. You all deserve every happiness. I'm not going.
To Port de Molly with Howl?
Port whatever.
Okay.
I'm staying
Be a good port name.
here in Iman.
What are you going to do?
I got to figure myself out, you understand? I know that I act out, and I know that sometimes I don't make much sense, but
Yes.
I know that I've grown toxic to this group. If I keep going like this, I won't even want to be around me. I don't even really want to be around me right now. So you guys need to go and accomplish what you need to accomplish. It's my understanding that I've got a steady income and that I can stay in this establishment.
Yes, we own this establishment.
And I can talk to Raygun and Rochford.
Man who has a crush on you.
Rocheford.
Roger.
Wait, Raygun has a crush on me?
No,
Or,
not
or,
Reagan.
or-
Roger Roger. The bartender. The one who had me bring you this second glass of milk down.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's something I want the two of you to do. I'm going to go away.
Wendell
little
looks like
while.
he's about to just immediately say no, but Lamont seems serious, and like making some sense, so he restrains the instinct.
Carl looks like you're not going anywhere.
I'm going to take some of this money. Hey. No, I'm serious.
Yes.
I'm taking a break. I'm going to go to one of these spas or whatever where they rub your feet and shit. I'm going to put myself back together. I'm going to take a bath. I haven't had a bath in what?
A day?
Weeks.
Because Igor made you one last night.
Shit, yeah,
and
Igor
you
gave
were
me a bath
very
yesterday.
refreshed.
Well, that's the first bath I've had in a long time. And I've had a taste for it. And if you tell me, look, listen to
I'm
me.
glad it's catching on.
I'm not crazy, god damn it. I'm not crazy. Stop it. I'm not crazy. I'm upset.
and I need to get unupset. And in order to do it, I have to go away. And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell the staff of this establishment that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for how I've treated them. I've been rude, I've been disrespectful, and I believe I've threatened each of them with murder at least once. And that's not okay.
I cast Detect Thoughts because who is this person and what have they done with Lamont?
Are you just doing surface thoughts, or are you doing a deep
I'll
dive?
start with surface thoughts to see if, I have these idiots fooled.
Okay.
Is at the surface.
So, Lamont, what would the surface thoughts be behind the statements you're making?
He knows that the right thing to do is to say this right now. He's got a moment of clarity, and the middle fingers. There's just I think over the last like few hours, because it's important for the viewers at home, by the way, if we're going to explore this, that about 2 shows ago, Howell and Lamont had
Big fight.
their biggest showdown in a while, and they're both still stinging, and she's given him the finger. And I think that as he's pacing around looking at these knickknacks, I'd like to think that he's been chewing on this for a few hours, because he wasn't taking the situation in the Artifactorium very seriously at all. Couldn't solve the puzzle. He's half checked into all of this because he's thinking about the fact that he almost thought seriously about hiring a gang of people to kidnap and torture this person, and that's outrageous. That's insanity. Who is that? What person does that? Is that who he is? Is that his heart? Is that how he treats people who say to him that they're his best friend? Something's wrong. Something's broken. And everybody's talking about leaving. Everybody wants to get on a boat and go to some godforsaken place and start over. Fuck that. I finally got a place to sleep. I finally got some money. Let's just take a minute and do something smart for the first time since Lamont Quinlan built a box powerful enough to launch him somewhere, and then managed to fuck that up. And we're not going to fuck this one up.
So
I say
clarity with slight confusion.
Yes.
Okay.
A confused clarity.
Confused clarity. Which clarity is rare for Lamont. So we'll get a little more serious after checking that it is him and not some imposter. All right.
Just need to go. I just need to go, and so do you guys.
Figure yourself out. If you need help, pull out a pamphlet.
Actually, yeah. Can I see that?
Yeah,
That'd be
of course.
great.
Here
Can
you
I
go.
see that? This is the
have a
this is
few.
the thing I talk to.
Yes.
No, I'll just take the one. This
Alright,
the
I'll
one.
leave the
This
rest
is the
here.
thing I talk to.
Yes.
Okay, just leave them. That's fine. You can give me a lot of literature. I'll read them all. Yeah, I'm glad to have that. Appreciate you. And look, I wish the two of you the best. And I want you to tell Howell and the staff of this place, and I tell the two of you, I'm sorry for my behavior. I'm not well.
Relay
And-
the message. And
I'm-
honestly, and I'll look over at Harlan, I think we both have some things to do not terribly far away and a bit inside the city, so I'll be in and out if you need me. I will be in Habersham
like
for
that.
a while.
I'm glad to know that, and I appreciate you, Wendell. I want you guys to be safe. Now, how can I say what?
He's just going to say, have a comfortable vacation, Lamont.
I'm gonna eat something worth eating. I'm gonna sleep somewhere worth sleeping. There, and try and take better care of myself. Try to figure all this out.
Self-care is
Now-
very important. You have to treat yourself.
I come from a culture that takes that out in the back and shoots it in the head. It is to bleed and die at the altar of getting it done and sucking it up.
Welcome to your
And-
new culture.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
hard.
know. But I appreciate the two of you. And I'm glad we're not dead. I know I died like 6 times, but I'm glad it wasn't.
You didn't die.
I'm glad
I
it wasn't
saved
permanent.
you. Yes, you. It was near death. Very near death, multiple times.
I don't know. All right, now how can I leave dramatically?
There's sewers. Or rooftop.
I'm just gonna like set my glass down. Let me set
Yeah,
it
I
down.
create a like fog cloud. Go.
And I'll create some dancing lights to make it the mood lighting even more like mysterious with the fog.
Yeah, you notice the shadows are much more apropos for what you feel right now. Even though they're gray, they're long and deep shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And I like shake both of your hands. I like put my gloves on and shake both of your hands, and like start to walk towards the smoke. And be like, "Don't take any guff from these swine, and to thine own selves be true. And go and do likewise."
A minor illusion, a whoosh, as he disappears. Like the sound. So, a illusory sound. Like a dramatic whoosh as he disappears.
And by the time the fog cloud comes back, I mean, it finally dissipates, there's no Lamont Quinlan.
Perhaps we should introduce him to some theater students or something.
I feel like the theater would be... I feel like once he calms down a bit, the theater could be very beneficial to him. We did go to the theater that one time. I don't know if they like us very much now, though.
Maybe we should try a different theater.
Yes, a different theater. A different theater. Maybe like a community theater. Something small time to get him started. Yes, maybe improv. I think he'd like that. We're talking about it like we're signing up our kid for summer classes. Like, what classes do you want to take at the Y? Lamont.
As your discussion progresses, I will go back over to Hal. How you wake up on the couch hearing someone coming in. You notice as the door opens, there's a bit of a red glow, and you figure it's probably Mo coming in. He's humming out of tune some song or something, and he kind of stumbles in. You get the strong smell of alcohol.
I like, as quietly as possible, I just sit up on the couch and I turn, so I'm like over the back of it. I'm like, "What you doing?"
Oh my God. What are you doing? What? Mom, what are you doing?
This is my house.
Well, you don't use it anymore. I thought it was mine.
You're funny, kid.
Yeah, you never give me anything.
We're going on a trip.
What?
Yep.
I've got a job.
Pack your fucking
And
bag,
friends. I'm not a child anymore, Mom.
kid. No, you're my child, and this place is bad for you, and you're going down my path, and that's not what's gonna happen. So
But-
you're coming with me.
But the people at the temple with Jenny, they like look out for us, and I'm not getting that much trouble. Often.
Mm-hmm. She's just staring him down.
He's like kind of looking at the floor and he's shuffling a little bit. He's like, I mean, no one's told you anything, have they?
I
mean,
know.
I haven't done.
What do
I
you
haven't got
think
caught
they've
doing
told
anything.
me?
Nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't done a thing.
Mm-hmm.
No. Nothing.
Mo, don't you fucking lie to me.
I mean, I never got caught.
Doesn't mean you haven't done stuff.
Yeah, but if you don't get caught, no one can prove it, right?
Until you get caught and they fucking hang you.
I'm not gonna get caught. I'm good. I'm good at what I do. That's what they tell me.
Who's they?
I mean, Anand and the guys in the promenade.
Do I recognize those names? Are those class member names?
Yeah, Anand was the one you
Mhm.
caught him playing Three Dragon
Mhm.
Annie with before.
Mm-hmm. How, like, very slowly and very, like, how's an intimidating person, okay?
Mhm, yes.
Stands up and walks over to him. Mo,
Mom?
is that really what you want to do with your life? Be like me.
I mean, you turned okay. You turned out all right. I mean, look at you now. You've got the shadow, and people like respect you, and a lot of people are afraid of you.
Yeah, look
mean-
at all the bad in my life, Mo.
Yeah, but I mean, the people in the clasp are afraid of you. They say you work with the Spiraling directly.
Yeah, I did. And everything I have done has put my life and y'all's lives in danger.
I don't.
Do you really want to be a part of the class, to be a part of a gang that has repeatedly threatened not just your life, but your sister's lives as well?
It's just what they say. They weren't going to do anything. I know you'd go after them.
Do I need to tell you about the one time I found a fucking assassin on our doorstep?
You never mentioned that.
No, because you're children. And you don't need to know that.
I'm 22 now. I'm not a child.
You're right, you're not. And you can make your own decisions. But Mo, don't make my fucking mistakes. And he is not going to get a pamphlet.
Sounds like this boy needs a pamphlet.
I will
Sounds
kill
like
you,
this
Wendell.
boy needs a pamphlet. That's all
No.
I'm saying. Need a little guidance in life. I can help him
For
out.
passive perception, you actually see one of the pamphlets over on like a tabletop.
God damn it. You stay the
Yes.
fuck away from that prison of power.
What? I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I mean, isn't it like one of your people that does that? Like Wendell?
Yes,
Is that his name?
which is why I know that you should not be a part of that.
Wow, what? I mean, but I don't want to work at Stonehammers anymore.
Okay.
I don't like being a blacksmith. It's
Mo.
too much
She, like,
work.
Guides him over to the couch and we sit down.
He's kind of stumbles a little bit.
Yeah, he's
drunk.
Yeah.
He's drunk.
I go over to like the kitchen cabinets and do like one of the, I'm sure Hal's has some kind of like sober up drink or something.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
got like tomato juice and some other stuff in it, and it's like they haven't really kept up. So this is like old, kind of
Yeah.
almost rancid stuff. So it's
Oh.
really going to be bad.
Oh, okay. I shove it in his hands. All right, kid.
Oh
Drink it.
no! No!
I will plug your nose and drop it down your fucking throat. Drink it.
He like spits some out all over the counter, the bed, the table there, and it's like ends up drinking it, but it's like he
Yeah.
spills half of it.
Yeah, okay. I take it away from him, set it on the table. All right, Mo. What do you want to do with your life?
Not this. I want to do something important. I want to be somebody. I'm just an orphan. The other reason I'm not on the street now is because you helped us. I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. I mean, you had him teach me how to read and whatnot, but no one trusts a street kid. All I can do is be a blacksmith or be a second story guy. That's all I got.
Want a job
Mo,
in
you
wiring?
are yeah. You are one of the most resourceful people I have ever met. Do you know how hard it has been for me to track you? This is me we're talking about. Me who can smell you guys across the fucking city. And all the times you have slipped away from me?
Yeah, that's why I'm good at what I do, but you don't want me to do this.
No, I don't. But what I want doesn't really fucking matter. So Hal kind of like, she takes a minute because this is really fucking hard for her to say. If you want to be a part of the clasp, I can talk to some people.
I mean, I don't want you to be disappointed.
The only way you can disappoint me, Mo, is by continuing to do something that you hate. If you don't like, I mean, look at Jenny, okay?
Yeah, Jenny makes me feel really bad. She's good at
Right?
everything. Holy
Right?
crap.
And I'm supposed to be her fucking mom.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like you could just feel the good roll off of her, like it's an actual thing or
I
something.
know, I know.
And you see it, she's got more muscles than you do now.
Yeah.
She's a
pretty
badass,
cool.
Mom.
She's pretty badass. She's pretty badass.
She
But
always
no,
looks. She
that's-
gives me the looks like you give me, like the disapproving ones. Like she
Taught
just
her
looks
well.
at me and I feel like I'm like this tall.
Yeah. I've taught her well. Anyway, no, what I'm saying is Jenny hated doing the tailoring thing. Now, Olivia, she fucking loves that. Fashion is her shit. I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah, she's living at the seamstress place now. She's like full apprentice. She's like working there 24 hours a day.
Good. As long as she's happy. But look, Jenny hated it, and she found something that she loved. The Temple of Bahamut, the dragon guy.
Aren't you like part of that too?
I've got my foot in the door, and I'm trying.
Is it like a scam or something, or are you really trying?
No, I'm really trying. Nezrin kind of sort of took me back, so.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's like
I
an
know.
end. She's rich.
I give him like the mom look.
But she is.
Yeah,
Pack
but
your bags.
Words of the street, her parents are dirty too, so like she'll be like the Wasserin.
that's not the point, Mo.
Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at the positive.
I know.
Like, I mean, if the clasp isn't what you want me to do, but I'm good at being sneaky, like, what options do I have? I'm not going to go against the clasp. That's
No.
just stupid.
And I'm not saying, like, don't join the fucking myriad either. Don't do that. God, no.
I don't have a death wish.
But, I mean, there are things you can do. You don't like blacksmithing. You like being, on rooftops and shit.
Yeah, I like being places I'm not supposed to be. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so think, what are some things you can do with that?
I don't know. I'm not smart like you.
Have you met me?
You're my mom.
Yeah, I know. I
You
am
taught
not
me
smart.
everything I know. And if you couldn't teach me, you found people to teach me. That makes you smart.
I have survival instincts. I know how to not die.
Blah, 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 blah. You're smart.
She just kind of waves him off. Okay, look. I'm going to Port Molly.
Oh, that's where you're going?
Yeah, I'm going on vacation. Nezrin has invited me and my group to go with.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Why are you suddenly all of a sudden wanting to go?
It's the Menagerie Coast. Like, exotic women, strange locales, crazy magic. No clasp. My mom there to bail me out when I screw up.
Mm-hmm. We'll see about that one. Look, why don't let whoever your master is at the blacksmith know.
Jorgen.
Yeah, I'm bad with names.
That's all right.
Just let him know that it's not for you. You appreciate it.
I think he already knows that.
Oh,
I
does he?
I haven't been there in a little while.
Fine. Tomorrow morning, you're going and you're fucking apologizing and you're thanking him for his kindness in apprenticing you, even though you're an ungrateful little shit.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll go with you.
Okay.
And then we'll go to Port Molly. We'll gather my group, even fucking Lamont. And we'll go and we'll have a good time.
Okay.
And we'll figure out what to do with your life.
Okay. I believe Wendell is sending a message.
Yes, to
Is
Hal.
that what? Okay.
After
About
Harlan and
this
I
time-
discuss which summer camp we're going to send Lamont off to, I think he'll open the book because he did ask to inform Howell and the staff. I think he would inform Reagan so that Reagan could inform the rest of the staff.
Right. And Reagan takes a message and does
Mhm.
that for you.
And then I'll be like, "Dear Howell."
You get
I
this
like-
in your head.
I'm like, hold up, Mo. Somebody's talking to me.
What?
It's the weird book voice too.
Magic.
Oh,
Magic.
Okay.
Hold on.
Dear Howell, there have been some discussions at the inn, and Lamont wishes you well on your journey to Port de Molly. He will not be joining any of us in our near future endeavors, as he is going to a spark therapy, perhaps? He's going to find himself. He has, in a rare moment of clarity, acknowledged that his actions in the group have been toxic as of late and have only been getting worse, and he is set off on a quest, some self-quest of discovering himself. And he wishes you all the best, and is very sorry for upsetting you. And the things he has done. I can't list them all.
Now remember, this is coming through to you in this really
like Siri.
creepy.
Yeah.
No, not even like Siri. It's like, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, this is a message for you. Like, probably something like, it's like not. It's like, I imagine
Creepy
it's Wendell.
Aboleth voice.
Wendell layered with some like deep speech-esque voice, Aboleth voice.
Speaking through tentacles.
Yes.
Like an illithid with a speech impediment speaking to you.
Layered with
over
Wendell.
a-
It's like a mixed thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's like only response to this is, he fucking what?
I
Okay.
know. I had to read his thoughts to make sure it was actually him.
I'm gonna kick his fucking ass.
Would you like me to relay that message?
Nope, it's fine.
Wonderful.
figure it out.
Surprise ass kicking.
Surprise ass kicking.
Okay.
Harlan
So-
and I will
so
be
you-
at the inn for a bit. Lamont already left very dramatically. Don't think he'll be back for a while if you need to stop by.
Alright, I'll be there in the morning. And then
Okay,
I
so-
turn back to Mo and I'm like, so, pack your shit.
We're
We're
leaving
leaving
tonight.
we're leaving soon. In the morning, we'll go talk to the blacksmith, and then we're going to the inn.
Okay. All that happens. Harlan, what are you doing?
I would like to identify these items.
Okay, go ahead.
I imagine we're at the bar, each having our, like, one drink, our alcoholic beverage. I'm writing my book and you're identifying things. We're not doing much talking. It's wonderful.
It certainly is quiet.
Yes.
Do you give me an investigation or an arcana? Actually, arcana.
Well, I just meant the spell.
Oh, you're casting the spell? Okay, yeah, you cast the spell. You find out that the horn on a chain is actually an ear horn of hearing. It allows you to have advantage on perception checks when stuffed in your ear. It's this big curled kind of silver thing that like you hold in your ear like this and it helps you hear. And then the other one is a amulet of the drunkard. It smells like old ale-stained wood. While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet has restored hit points, it can't do so again until the next dawn.
Interesting. Well, I'm a bit damaged and I'm drinking. So.
All right, you can roll 4d4,
I will do that.
and you don't have to attune to it.
Ooh, nice.
All right,
It winds up being the party necklace, we just pass it around. Whatever.
why not?
It's a top off.
You feel slightly bit better and a little warm from the honey meat.
Yes. Oh, this is
Right.
Quite a nice amulet here.
Oh, wonderful.
It will restore health with drinking of liquors.
Ooh. Well, that is quite wonderful. Perhaps we should look into getting more.
I haven't seen one like this before, but
But we are acquaintances with that artificer lady. Perhaps she could replicate. Similar. Sounds useful. Or we could just pass it around.
I don't know if it's wise to be drinking all the time, but
Oh, Harlan, I own a vineyard. Not a day goes by when I don't consume.
well,
Sometimes it's only a drop, but it's still a drop of wine.
You seem to keep a level head about you, I suppose.
I say, looking up from like a book of finances. Like that's because that's Wendell's exciting evening. He's messaged Hal, and now he's like, okay, winery plans,
Counting.
accounting, shipping and manufacturing costs, oh, banking.
All right. So do you guys want to
Wild
do anything
night.
else for the evening?
Basically, we're just working together. I'm like probably working
Oh,
on
we should go to the
schematic.
bank first thing
Okay.
in the morning, right as they open.
All right. So as night falls and you guys do what you do until you decide to go to sleep, we check in with Lamont, who's now arrived on the city surface from the sewers with his whole wide world ahead of him. Lamont, what are you doing as you disappear into the darkness?
I think he ascends to the rooftops and prowls the city. But is it nighttime?
Yes.
Oh, it is the
yeah.
depth of night.
Means you got to do the whole thing where you just. I'd like to stand on some sort of statuary high up in the air if possible, preferably in a 4-point crouch
Okay.
for extended periods of time. And then I think he goes. He goes to the restaurant that he like slept behind for weeks after he escaped the pyramid.
Okay.
And goes into the restaurant and sits down for dinner.
Okay. What's the restaurant's name?
Chestnut Gray.
Chestnut Gray. Okay.
Benny's 4 hours to breakfast.
You know how I do feel about that's a pretty good idea. They have the Grand Sandwich, the equivalent. But no, it's a nice place, right? It's a nicer place.
Of course.
And
tell me about it.
And never would he thought of going in there under any circumstances. And I've been thinking about this a lot. Before he sheds this identity, before he cocoons himself so that he can transform into whatever is beyond this current form, he's going to enjoy being a human being for a short period of time before he then surrenders that part of himself to atone for his sins. When we see Lamont again, he's going to have thought carefully about the actual circumstance of his disappearance and whether or not his family was really sitting there in the corner crying as he was murdered by Howl, or whether he is what he knows in the back of his mind he was, which was an absentee father and an absentee husband and a man obsessed with the project and the work and the joy of the doing to the destruction of every one of his relationships. And he has not broken that cycle. And the only thing he seems to have carried with him from that place and that person is that he destroys relationships. And he's going to sit down and have a rare steak and a glass of milk and think, and he's going to very carefully order his meal without threatening the waitstaff with bodily harm or losing his patience. And he has a very carefully spoken meal. He takes his goggles off and he just sits and has dinner. And then I think when he's done, he walks out and he walks around the back of the building and goes to bed. Just takes a nap. Just we're going to get some sleep back here because he knows he'll be fine.
All right.
And I'd like to leave him there. I'd like for him to cover himself up with detritus and newspapers with the equivalent and trash and just completely cover himself. And the camera pulls back to have Lamont entirely cocooned in waste, back where he started, going to bed.
Okay. And that's where we'll leave Lamont for some time, I believe. The next morning arrives. Wendell, you haven't been sleeping at all.
No, I don't. I never sleep.
No, you're probably still sitting at the bar, just deep within your
I have
cups
made a
and
financial
your
plan.
financial plan.
It's a starts off as a very detailed 6-month plan, and then we have a year plan, and I'm working on the 5-year plan now, but I want to keep that one a little loosey-goosey, because we don't know how my Prism of Power ventures that I worked on the side are gonna...
All right, it's morning. There's not a lot of people in the inn except for some of the residents and
Already had
some of the
breakfast
visitors
twice.
who are down with having breakfast. This early in the morning, Hal and a tall fire ganassi, little red flamey hair, comes in. You think it might be one of her children? You don't know. You've never met Mo, I don't think.
Does he look like an orphan?
He has the orphan air about him.
That must be one of hers, then. She's got a monopoly on them! She and that half-orc. And the two of you, that's like, I get a whole 12. I haven't seen any orphans in the city aside from those. Like, you can't tell me you don't have a monopoly on them when I haven't seen any that haven't been claimed by you.
Only got 3. Hey, Wendell. This is
Good
Mo.
morning, Hal.
Mo, this is Wendell.
Hi. Good
Pleasure to
morning.
meet you, Mo.
Oh.
Mo.
Short name.
Okay, I picked it myself. I like the sound of it.
It's running the family. Well,
They named me, actually, so.
it does run in the family. All right. He goes, Harlan should be awake, and I look. Do we have a clock like down here?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
I'll just look out the window then. Like, kind of like look
It's
at the
early,
sunlight.
probably before 8.
Harlan will be due any minute now. He wakes up at a very specific time, does his... And when he comes down, I was thinking we all head to the bank, open accounts, and then travel. Yes. Have some orange juice.
She's like stuffing her mouth with bacon.
Yes, the breakfast is
Sorry, my
quite
mouse
good.
died.
This is my second platter.
Yeah, it's good bacon. Yeah,
Sounds like-
so...
yeah.
So, where the fuck is Lamont?
Told you last night in the message.
Yeah.
Left to discover himself. After apologizing to you and the staff. I know.
I have things I need to say to that man.
Well, I can relay them. I had Lamont sign my book. He can't run far enough away.
Tell him
Yes.
that I'm not done with him.
Howl isn't done with you.
And we will be having a conversation here soon.
And you and she will be having a conversation here soon.
So don't go far.
So don't go far. Is this before or after your trip to Port Bali?
Whenever's convenient for him.
When is convenient for you? Question mark.
There's
No.
no reply.
No response.
No response. I can leave another voice message if you like.
No, it's fine. I'll find him eventually.
To your non-response, she says, and I quote, "It's fine." Which means it's very not fine because she's a woman. I would run very far away. And then I close my book.
Hey, can we just cut? Can we just cut to a pile of trash in an alleyway?
Yeah. There's just a pile of trash. That's all we see.
Yeah.
It shudders a little bit,
Yeah.
but doesn't move.
Yes, I
Just
very calmly set my brush back down. Like, he's received the message.
So, Port Damali.
Yes.
You, Igor, Harlan, y'all want to come with? Or what?
I believe I've been, as you can see here, I've been working on my 5-year business plan. And also I had time. I don't sleep, so I've worked up a 6-month and a 1-year banking investiture plans for each member of group if they're interested. I figured we could discuss these with, bank today.
Oh yeah, you keep saying there's a bank thing.
Yes, there is.
Can I make accounts for my kids?
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Harlan, are you
So-
awake yet?
So you didn't answer my question.
Oh, yes.
Are
Oh.
you
I
coming
got
to-
distracted by the financial and
by
investment
money?
plans
I
I
know.
made for you all.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
Of course I'm awake. I'm right behind
Oh,
you.
good. I didn't even hear you come down. You're awfully quiet. He looks like a little startled. I was thinking
Morning, Harlan.
I might have some business that I need to attend to in Havisham first. It's been a while, and I need to see how things are doing, see if my grandmother's dead yet. You know, the usual. Maybe I can get an exorcism for the attic. And I afford one now.
Hal's just like, what the fuck?
Yes, rebuild the
Uh-huh.
estate, re-stimulate the economy, and then after I do a little work there, you'll get the ball rolling. Speak, import, export. Then I was thinking catch up. Import to Molly, catch up to you. And it'll probably take a few weeks. How long are you going to
Sure.
be there?
I don't know. Indefinitely.
Right, well, I know how to keep in touch with you, so just check in on Kate.
Yeah, that works. Harlan?
Hmm.
Port Molly?
There's a few things I must oversee here
Mm-hmm.
coming weeks, but afterwards might be able to make my way with
Arlen,
Wendell.
we should go over our plans and align our timelines so we can travel together.
Agreed.
Right.
Be safer that way, definitely.
I'm assuming Igor's gonna go with you.
Yes,
Wendell? Yeah.
yes.
I'm sure
As you
he'd
guys
love
are
I wouldn't
talking.
put that
Molly.
burden upon you.
I never mind Igor. I just know I can't overfeed him.
You really can. It's not pretty.
Well, no, I'm saying I can't. I won't let him be
Oh.
overfed.
Good. He has no sense of self-restraint. Himself.
I'm
Harlan.
very good at restraining other
Harlan, you
people.
feel a magic aura, a very strong magic aura, getting nearer and nearer.
Oh.
Oh, Harlan, I
Well-
don't like that look on your face. Do we need to run?
Powerful magic coming near.
We should leave to the basement. And I take
What?
my glass. I start heading towards the private dining room.
You start heading towards the basement, and the door opens, and it's backlit by the sun, the bright day, and it's kind of dimmer inside. So there's definitely that dark shadow, and it seems to be a
Turn away.
hunched over, crazy hair looking kind of dwarven person.
Ugh.
And as they come through the door, have the cane, you recognize, well, only Wendell would recognize Barak Klanghammer, the gold dragon from the bank.
And I'll look over. And I think I go away. I look in like the reflection of like a water pitcher on like the sideboard, and I see that it's not that mage dude from the Myriad. And I go, I turn around and look, and I go, Mr. Klanghammer, wonderful to see you. We were just going to go visit you this morning and discuss finances.
Yes, have you seen the broadsheets?
No, I was working on my 5-year plan. Reagan,
Yes, sir.
broadsheets. Do we have them for today?
Then no, I haven't gone out to get them. You were quite insistent on me providing parchment and ink for you as you kept running out with all the plans you were
That
making.
was very true. I used a lot of parchment. May I see your copy, Mr. Klanghanger?
Oh, of course, here.
Thank you.
Hands it to you, and you see there's splashed, money found.
What the fuck
And-
is this guy?
This is Mr. Barak
He chuckles.
Klanghammer. He's the proprietor of the bank.
You already
Oh,
hired-
this imaginary bank you keep talking about?
Yes, the
Hey,
imaginary
why
bank.
do you have somewhere?
Yes, and I'm like gesturing towards the
private.
private dining room.
Now you notice he looks a little rough. Like his face is a little
Mhm.
gaunt. His beard is kind of scraggly.
Could we get you a drink or anything?
Oh no, it's too early in the morning for me right now. Just let's get a room where I can talk to you.
Yep. Whoop. Private dining room.
Oh.
Mo, stay here.
I think.
Reagan.
Oh, it's a red
Mo.
dragon. I was gonna be like, Kadunk, just like unhook the mounted dragon head, but it's a red. So I'm like, I just kind of stand in front of it awkwardly.
Right. You walk in and there's the mounted wormling on the wall, and how as you're walking away, you hear Mo kind of talk to Ray. Goes, weren't you part of the class at one time? Like, what? I mean, how did it go? Like, you hear, and Reagan looks over at your back. It's like, I'm not sure exactly what I can tell you, but here, let me just give you my personal experiences. And you hear them talking.
I trust Reagan. I think I do. So.
Okay.
I almost died many times.
I live in fear for my entire life, all the time. So you walk in, and then Barak is the last one to come in. You see him look up at.
Not tall enough to block it.
Those aberrations had to go. It's terrible that they're twisted like that, but there's nothing for them. That you can't reform them. The Cinder King, he twisted what was left of him, and so you done a good thing. You done a good thing there. Just don't make it a habit.
Who is this guy?
This is.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, wait. Make sure the door is closed, and he taps you both on the shoulder. And you remember everything. Just a little reprieve from the spell.
What are you doing?
I just releasing the spell. What do you remember everything? We met? Yes. I had to fight a whole bunch of people.
Yes, I remember. Sorry, the
Glad you are
fucking
well.
street cats got in again.
Yeah.
I mean, every good inn has a few mousers, so I understand.
I don't like cats. Cats suck.
Fine.
Well, they're useful.
Well.
Please have a seat.
So you did what I asked. You returned the money, and you made up for my transgressions. So I didn't want to say, because I didn't want you to be, influenced untowardly, is that I set aside a bit for you from the interest that money had made over the years.
Wendell hears dollar signs in his brain.
So I want to give
hope.
you this as a reward for doing your job, for returning what you said you would do, for making it right with poor Varna, and for helping out the clasp as well, for what they've done for everyone in the city. So, I know there's 5 of you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
5. Okay, so
One for
and he
each letter.
pulls out a little satchel, and he pulls out a bag, and sets one down. Pulls out a bag, sets out 5 bags, and they are pretty heavy bags.
Well.
Hey, Wendell?
We were just
Yes,
about to.
how?
Can I have my hole back?
Oh, yes. Go back.
I put it right.
Sorry, I needed to give it to the money.
So
This is the one that goes on the wall, right?
Yes, this is the one that goes.
Okay. Cool.
am
Sorry.
I interrupted something
Nope.
here?
Sorry. Continue.
She was
The money
interrupting.
just reminded me that I needed to get my portable hole
Okay,
back.
well,
Sorry. Continue.
it's not the entire interest because I'm not stupid, and I'm going to keep some of that for myself. But I gave you a portion, so 10% of what you returned, I now give to you. There are 1,000 platinum in each of those bags. That is your reward for doing what was right and not trying to run off with the money. And you do know if you'd run off with the money, I would have found you.
Oh, yes.
So, but I didn't have to tell you that, and I didn't tell you would get rewarded. So I'm proud of you, and I want you to know that the bank will always be able to help you. I can open up your accounts if you want.
That would be lovely. And I look at the 5-year plan I had written up with the current amounts of money that I have. And I'm like, I'll have to rework some numbers, but yes, I would love to open an account. I believe Hal wanted some for her children.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
monopoly
no,
on the
that's-
orphans.
I have 3 orphans, and I don't have them. I raised them.
Well, that's good for you. I just wanted to say thank you. And if you ever need
Thank you.
me for anything, I'd be willing to offer help or at least advice. Where's the other two?
On
Oh,
a
one
journey of
left.
self-discovery.
Yes, dramatic self-journey discovery. And the other, I believe he's still sleeping or eating breakfast.
Or both.
Okay.
Or both.
Okay.
Yes, he sometimes sleep eats.
Oh,
Igor,
he eats and sleep. All right.
it's a
Perhaps we
problem. I've had to lock up the pantry back home. It's,
Well, I'll trust you to make sure to give it to him.
yes.
All right. But I just wanted to come over after I saw the news this morning. I figured I wasn't sure how many of you would actually remember what happened, so I figured I should come. Yeah, you're going to forget we had this talk too. But
Oh.
That's terrible.
Not likely.
yeah, it happens. It happens. It's part of business with this bank. You have a friendly dog here too, it seems. I don't know what I mean.
I
Right
don't know how
from
that
the-
thing got in. I thought that was the mop head. It was sleeping next to a large stick. I'm bored.
It's friendly, at least. It wants attention. I'm not sure what it wants, but from here on out, you just look for me. It seems that you, Mr. Hassenpfeffer, are very good at remembering the bank. So I will
Yes.
contact you.
Yes, please do. I have a method of relaying information to the others, no matter the distance or potentially plane they're on.
Well, spectacular. Well, you have finances to think about. We'll schedule the appointments for your accounts at some other later date. Yes.
I'm
How?
leaving on vacation. Can I do that sooner rather than later before I forget? For me and my
If
kids.
you want to write down what you want done, I'll take care of that then.
I've got some deposits to make for them.
All right. Well, if you want to have your friend Wendell write it all down and then just have the money couriered to me, I know who you are, and I'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah. I don't know anything about money.
Oh,
All right.
I could educate
Well, I do.
you.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I'll excuse myself. I don't like to be out. Oh, angry little dog.
Understandable.
I don't want to be out too much in the city. You know, someone of my particular persuasion doesn't work in Amon these days.
Yes.
And you know a copper dragon The kid
There's
that
some in
came
the
through
area.
here?
No, haven't met him.
No? Okay. We met him a while ago. He
He's
gave me
brave.
this loot. I pull out the loot.
That's mighty fine.
One of the 2 loots that I now
It's very
Do you
interested
play?
in stories.
I do play.
You do. Do you
Yeah.
play well?
Yeah. I mean, I play in my spare time. You want to hear something?
Yeah, well, Harlan and Wendell are both like,
I would love to hear a song. What have you got for me? It'd be a great thing to end the meeting with.
Is this a performance check?
Yes, that would be a performance check. Or you could roll a straight loot.
Straight loot.
You
Well-
could just roll, but it'd be performance anyway, so.
Be a +0, so it's a straight roll. I have no
Okay, straight
charisma.
roll.
I will put my hand on your shoulder and give you
That's an
guidance.
18.
An 18.
Not a 20, but an 18.
You want that
Hal
guidance,
has
I
been
gave it to you.
practicing.
Oh.
Hal has been practicing, and this is an exceptional moving song.
I am a woman of many talents.
I can
did
only
not
imagine.
expect that this morning. How
just
crude after such a
glares at
beautiful
him.
performance.
You see what I have to deal with?
I don't know why you stay,
Me neither.
but I
Just
can't stay, so I
complimenting
must go. But thank you for that beautiful performance before I leave. Thank you very much. So good day to you, Mr. Hassenpfeffer. Good day to you, Howl. Good day to you, Mr. Flipcloak.
And good day to you.
And he walks out, and you feel the aura of magic slowly fade. It was almost kind of hard to breathe with him there. I mean, since you're so attuned to the magic in the area, especially after running into that archmage, it's like, yeah, you had it was impressive. He's on the cusp of ancient at this point, you believe.
Before he leaves and I forget everything, I have Wendell write down all the
Yes.
amounts.
I have plenty of parchment because I had Reagan fetch me a lot of it, and I'll like flip over the back side of your plan.
You're still running low. You've
Yes.
written so much.
I'm assuming
And-
like over the years, Hal has saved up a substantial amount for each kid.
Well, substantial
For poor
for
people.
Hal
for
before
super
she-
poor. Yeah.
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 So you probably have, I would say probably 500 gold pushed back for each one of the kids.
Okay. And then the 1,000 platinum, I'm going to split that into 4 and add 3 portions to the kids' stuff.
Okay.
To each.
So that all gets written down, and then you just have to have it couriered to the dragon.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, as all of the threads of the stories to this point have come to a close, with Wendell heading back to Haversham, Howell planning to take Mo along with her to Port Damali on the Menagerie Coast, Harlan heading to his farm just outside of Amman, Lamont disappearing into the trash heap of an old restaurant. We will close an adventure in Amman for the very last time before we move on to another chapter. So this has been fun. We kind of had to go a little long tonight to try and get this in because
Oh,
there's some
yes.
vacations and things happening and whatnot, work and things. So we're going to be coming back with a lot of new stuff, a new story. Well, not a new story.
Season
Same
2.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Book 2.
Book 2, yeah.
Book 2 of the adventures
You
of
won't
these
need to
fine
know
characters.
about anything that happened in these 3 arcs to watch book 2.
We'll have the session we come back from. Once we come back from our break, which we'll announce, we'll have a bit of a story from each player on their downtime. There'll be a time jump, and each will have done things and come back changed or not. So we'll see what happens. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have other things going on the channel on Mondays, but between now and then. But
We might even see a Nuggetosaurus DMing.
there might be a Nuggetosaurus story told on Monday nights for a few weeks, and I cannot wait. I've had snakes on a train with
Yes.
Nuggetosaurus before, and I
It's
can't wait to
amazing.
see what this happens. So let's go around and talk to everyone for the last time in book 1 of Mondays in Exandria. I'd like to talk with our emotionally stunted, brooding master, Lamont Quinlan. How was tonight for you, sir? Did you end where you wanted to?
Yeah, right where I wanted to. I love Lamont very much. When we started this, it was really just like, okay, well, what if Philip Jeffries from Twin Peaks was like the rogue I should have been playing the whole time? And he turned into somebody really sad and really complicated. And we've had some great episodes, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's time for him to take a step. And I need my Mondays for a little while. So we're going to do this. He's going to come back transformed, and I've got big plans, and I've got some really cool ideas, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I love playing with these people, and I really appreciate this opportunity, Lindy, who is a saint and a genius. And Frank does not get enough credit, in my opinion, as a steadfast and canny and just smart DM who really, really, really understands this setting and is completely checked in and really makes it feel real. And I love it. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to play the Image Comics character that should have existed if they weren't all written like complete trash from 1994 to 1998. I love this. I can't wait to come back. And I really appreciate everybody watching and everybody who's with this story. That's huge. That's a big deal. It's a wonderful thing. These guys are a little family, and I'm really lucky to be a part of it. So thank you very much. Till next time. Well done,
Thanks,
Frank.
Lamont. Thank you, producer Trav. We'll go around now to, let's just go the way I see him on my screen. We're going to go to Harlan Flipcloak.
Yes, hi. I'm D22 You can find me here playing Mondays, Tuesdays, and sometimes on Fridays. Oh boy. Let's see. My favorite part was when we had left the cafeteria area and went into the stage area, and then the announcer started playing, and Hal was in the back with pressing all the buttons. It's gonna be a very like Wizard of Oz vibe. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I Can't wait to see how this works out.
I've got a lot of story to write. So, because I'm not using a module this time. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But speaking of a lot of fun and stories ending and stories beginning, Hal's going on a trip.
Yeah, she's going on vacation and we'll taking her adopted son with her and we'll see how that goes. So
That's
should be interesting. Yeah. It's gonna end very badly. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Hal the Shifter Fighter / Paladin. You can find me here on Mondays, Tuesdays, and the occasional Friday playing various characters. Hal is very near and dear to my heart. I made her kind of on a whim because I didn't want to come up with a backstory. Basically, all her backstory was she woke up in Amon hi Nugget. She woke up in Amon 10 years ago with no memories, and now she has these 3 orphans. And that was basically it. And so I'm very excited to perhaps see another side of her in the future and figure out what's going on there and develop her. And she still has some things to hash out with Lamont. So we'll see what happens there. And she's a very angry person, but she's getting better. So, no worries. But yeah, my favorite part was just Wendell. This whole night was just, I felt like he was very, very on point and very Wendell-y all night. So I loved it. And no, I totally agree with Travis. Frank, you're an amazing DM. I absolutely love this game. I love this world that you haven't created, but you've made it ours. You've made it our own. And I love it. And Death by Roombas. Just Death by Roombas.
I'm so glad you pressed that button just because it was great. It was just really great. Thank you for that. You pressed all the good buttons for the show. So, yeah. Hal the button pusher. But I'm going to go ahead and do my spiel before I pass it on to Laugh Love Lendy to close out the channel for this evening. I'm Deception Check. I run this silliness on Monday nights and have been for 49 sessions now before we move forward. And this was just a little experiment to take a world and a module that were not together and put together and make them something fun, kind of adjust things and see what happens. And I think it's worked out for the most part. I've enjoyed myself, and I think everyone else has. And so, yeah, I'm just going to close it out saying I just enjoy everything these guys do. It makes me laugh. I was in a really bad mood all day because life sucks and the world is burning. But beyond that, this made me happy, and I'm going to go to bed happy and smiling. So thank God for Mondays in Exandria. And with that, I will pass it on to Laugh Love Lendy.
I will say, I'm glad you're going to bed happy and smiling tonight, because tomorrow it's Rakshasa fight!
God.
Because we will not be here Monday and Tuesday next week, because I will be out of town, so I'm hoping to get us, we hit like our little end of book one here tonight. I'm hoping we can finish the module known as Web of Illusion tomorrow night in Ravenloft, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for GMing this. It was so much fun to see how all the threads kind of got tied up and pulled together. I can't wait to see what we do with our downtime, and I can't wait for the next story. I will enjoy our little break to see, hopefully, Nugget DM something, because it's been only a one-shot, and that was forever ago, and, craving some nuggets, so what can I say? Favorite parts, I loved how Lamont was like, hey, Igor, eat this. You feel dizzy? I don't think he's poisoned. Try this. That's poison? No? Okay. Like, Igor is just constantly the poison test guinea pig, and it tickles me. I also really enjoyed Harlan's just stoicness throughout everything, and him enjoying a celebratory alcoholic beverage. That was fun, because you think Hobgoblin and you think, oh yeah, they're gonna have some drink. No, not Harlan. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it so much. Cannot wait for more. But check us out tomorrow night for a thrilling episode of 2E Ravenloft converted to 5E. There's gonna be a Rakshasa, whole crazy dungeon mages of illusions, which they're about halfway through, so, that's good. And I can't wait to see what happens. And you're gonna love the domain they go to next. It's gonna be amazing. We have our Teenagers from Outer Space this Saturday morning, so check that out. I believe our usual time is 9:30 to 11:30 Eastern, so 8:30 to 10:30 Central. I know, Travis. I'm Central Time with you now. It's, but it's worth it because the shenanigans and the 80s vibes and just the shenanigans are amazing. The chemistry is super fun, and we only get to play it once a month, so it's been like a whole month since we've played, and I'm dying for more. And then we'll have Aliens probably near the end of the month, middle end of the month. We'll let you know when we have a date. Till then, thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching. We appreciate you, and we cannot wait to come back with a fresh campaign with these awesome, more developed characters.